Hello.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is Icewind Dale, Rime or Reason. We are here to play some D&D tonight. I want to thank you all so much for joining us, and thank you to my wonderful players here as we continue our journey. I'll give a short recap here, and then we'll jump right in. The party in the last game. Oh, before we get going, thank you to our sponsor, Hero Forge. Hero Forge is an awesome tool for making your own custom miniatures for your D&D characters. They're amazing. I love them. We love them. The character tokens that you see on the screen right now were all made with Hero Forge. Those are pretty cool. They've got color tools now. You can add those. And you can make little tokens. You'll be seeing us use them on our virtual tabletop later as well. And there you go. There you go, Fizwick. Nope. He gives up. There you go. You guys got him. It's hard. Internet pointing is hard, man. Especially after too much goblin juice, right?
Yeah. Yes, this is correct.
And of course, they have the tools for making the actual miniatures, and you can either download the STL files and 3D print them on your own, or you can order them shipped to your house, and they turn out beautiful. So, yes.
Did you know that there is a new feature now, Nate, where you can actually get the Unity 3D file for the Hero Forge Mini and import it into Tabletop Simulator?
You know, I did see a video on a little-known channel.
What?
No, not a little-known channel. A channel known as Dead Aussie Gamer. And I noticed that video, and it's in my queue. I need to watch that one because it looked pretty cool. So, yeah. Yeah, so lots you can do with Hero Forge. Go check it out. It's a ton of fun. You'll spend hours creating characters. All right, let's jump into it. So, our characters, our party, had traveled to Caer Konig. They had been quested by a concerned husband to find a scout, a guide that had gone up the Kelvin's Cairn, leading a group, mostly in search of a being known as Oyamanartok. Whoa, I said it right first time, guys. This is amazing.
Wow, unbelievable.
I've been practicing for 2 weeks straight. And this kind of were-polar bear, this mythical, possibly, being, and lots of expeditions going up the cairn to look for it. Well, this expedition ended in the return of a dog without its owner. Very concerning. And so our party has been sent out in search of the owner of this dog, a guide named Garrett, who is well known in this area for leading expeditions. He led a small troop up Kelvin's Cairn. Last time our party got some snowshoes. You guys got a guide as well. I believe her name is Jartha, if I'm not mistaken. I'll look that up. It's something like that. And she is a dwarven guide who works out of Frozen Far Expeditions. You found her at the tavern, and you're making basically you're pulling an all-nighter here, heading up the cairn in search of Garrett and possibly others. Anything I'm leaving out there, guys?
We stopped at that Outfitters.
You did stop at Frozen Far Outfitters. You also stopped at the tavern. Yes.
The satchel, the what was in? Yep.
Yes, the satchel. The satchel.
You
guys might remember that speaker. Speaker, what's his face? Hold on. Trovis. Good job. You beat me to it, Alex. So Speaker Trovis, he had a bit of a, well, he was a little bit drunk, we'll say. And you guys met him. He's on the lookout for thieves in Caer Konig. And some things have been disappearing, and there have been some strange, mysterious disappearances confirmed by others in the town, not just the drunkard town speaker. And Fizwick happened to slice his European carry-all from his side. And inside this leather bag was 16 gold pieces. And, hold on. One moment. And some small stones looking something like this.
Ooh.
These are sending stones, and I think that probably Fizwick, having some knowledge of the arcane, and probably Nikos as well, would be able to identify what they are. Often called Rocky Talkies. They are capable of a sending spell to communicate between two individuals. And there was also a pair of finely crafted soft leather gloves, fur-lined, and a small owl statuette carved in stone with two empty sockets where the eyes go. All right. So those are the items found in the satchel. I gave that information to Fizwick, so I think he's written it down already, and we are good to go.
Are we splitting that gold, or are you taking it all?
You didn't even know this happened.
That's true.
You got to wait for me to even bring this shit up. Sorry.
All right. So, yeah, I mean, if you guys saw him slicing, perhaps you would ask him at some point.
See, this is why I made sure he wasn't looking.
Okay. So we are headed off. We are up the mountain. We're headed up the mountain. It is very dark, and you all have night vision, as does your dwarven guide. And there's a small hound, not small, a large hound, a husky, who is also lapping along eagerly beside you, exhausted, but pressing on. It's made quite the journey over the last day or so, really. To Targos, from Caer Konig to Targos, and now back to Caer Konig and Kelvin's cairn here, in search of its master. So it is also eagerly traipsing along behind you, panting as it goes.
If we named this dog last time.
That's right. His name is Buckthor. Yes. So, yep. Very good. The expedition up the side of the mountain continues. Now, I'm on the wrong page, guys. Any questions about where we are or anything else that I missed here?
I got one. The sending stones, this is a player question, not because obviously I don't know about them yet. Are there paired sending stones? So are they paired to each other, or would
Yes.
they be two sending stones paired to other ones?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you wouldn't really know, but yeah, they are. Well, yeah, it's pretty easy to tell, I guess, that they seem to match each other. Yep. And Fizwick, I'm not sure if you would, if you all would know unless Fizwick tells you what's in there, but we'll let that happen as it may. Very good. Your guide, Jartha, is going on ahead and kind of motioning, head down, and she looks tired. It is late, but you all are paying her very well. I think it was triple the normal rate, double or triple the normal rate for a guide. And so she leads on. She says, "Careful up here. Time to put the snowshoes on." And she takes down her pack and straps her snowshoes on. Do you all do likewise?
Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent. All right. And as you march along here, the you see in the darkness ahead a couple of large shapes that appear a little bit different than the rocks and snow in the area. And sure enough, as you get closer, you see two tents pitched in the snow near an outcropping that acts as a natural windbreaker. Between the tents, there's an overturned sled, and still harnessed to the sled are 5 howling dogs. Buckthor runs eagerly ahead, a sudden burst of speed. What would you all like to do here?
Can I investigate the what the dogs are attached to?
Yes, you can. It looks like they're attached to a sled, like an overturned sled.
Like they're sled dogs.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then can I tell if Buckthor was one of them, or was he just a companion of the guy? Like, is there an empty harness spot?
Yeah, as you get closer, you do see one, yes. Jartha says, oh, this is, well, sign that they were here, but not much else.
Can
Have a
we
look
see-
around.
Can we see what's under the sled, or is it obscured? Like we would need to move it.
You can't really see. I mean, it looks like there's stuff under it. You can try to turn it over.
Yeah, I think I want to.
Okay.
Nate,
Yes.
what's the weather like right now?
Um,
Is it clear or is it snowy or what?
no, it's pretty clear. Yeah.
Okay.
You said the other dogs were there.
Yep. The other dogs are there.
Can-
Buckthor seems to be, barking, and they're barking, and they're, wagging tails.
Can Fizwick like tend to the harnesses and just kind of help and make sure everything's set up right to get this thing maybe moving again?
Yeah, you manage to kind of Clay manages to overturn the sled, and you're kind of untangling paws and arms that are stuck in harnesses in weird way as this sled overturned and as these dogs were clearly trying to free themselves, but unsuccessfully. You notice that there are some rations spread about that have kind of been torn into by the dogs from the sled, and so they've been able to eat and nourish themselves. And then you also notice that there's one more crate kind of near one of the tents that's not been broken into.
Did we find anything on the sled?
All you found is that crate of rations that's pretty torn apart, and there's one more crate near a tent.
Nikos will go over to the crate by the tent, moving cautiously and opening up the entrance just to see what might be inside the tent, if anything.
Yeah, so inside the tent, you don't really see anything of use. There's like, a blanket, a bedroll, perhaps like a cooking pot, and maybe a ladle or something. That's about it.
Any signs of a struggle, like blood or tears in the fabric?
No, nothing like that. Mm-mm.
Footprints in the area leading off anywhere else, or
Any footprints have pretty much been eradicated by the weather, but Jartha says, yeah, no footprints here, but there is pretty much only one way up, the most common way up. So I think we'll have to keep on heading up that way.
Will the sled make it up there, Jartha?
No, there's a reason they left it here. It's no good on the slopes. Too steep.
Fizwick, you seem to have a way with animals. Do you think if we let all these dogs go, they would come with us and help us search for their master?
Well, these are huskies. They're very, very smart, but they're worker dogs. They're not good in a fight, but they might. They're very smart. We can try.
Well, they can't stay here. They're going to starve anyway.
The back in Thay, when we had riding horses that would be separated from their riders, they were trained to return to the villages or cities that they knew. Do the huskies trained in Icewind Dale do the same?
If it was told to, we could try telling it to go home. They might know that term. They might know what that means.
Jartha says, well, Frozen Far Expeditions, we do have a kennel. And, they look cold and hungry, so I imagine they'll just head back to the nearest buildings.
Fizwick goes over to one of the dogs
Hey, boy, go home. Come on, can you go home?
just to see what he would do.
Is he still, so are they untied?
Trying to see if the dog has a response to the word home at all, or
Yeah, so it definitely like barks at you. Buckthor is now moved away from the dogs, and it's moved a little further. He's moved a little further up the trail, on the slope, and he's barking that way.
no. Fizwick's just got his hands on the reins, and he just looks at everybody else to see. Do you want me to let him go, or it seems like they know.
It seems like they know what home means.
Let them go home.
Carry on, Fizwick.
Yeah, so you let them go, and they all kind of run off and sprint down the slope eagerly back toward Kelvin's cairn.
Nate,
I'm
did
sorry,
you say
back
that crate
toward
is?
Cair Koenig.
Did you say the crate is sealed?
Yes, it is sealed. I mean, it's well, not sealed. No, it's just closed.
Just closed.
Got a lid
Okay.
on. Yep.
Grugfar knocks on it a little bit, like just knocking on a door.
Yeah, it's heavy and full. I
Okay.
can tell that.
And Grugfar opens it up to look inside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there are basically a bunch of rations. There are some like little like almost burlap bags that have like some dried fish, kind of like fish jerky in them that you would know is a common ration here.
Okay.
Got some other some other goods, some stale bread sort of stuff and things like that.
Grugfar kind of rifles around in it a little bit just to see if there's anything underneath any of that stuff.
No, it appears to be all just rations. Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Closing the crate back up.
Okay.
Fizwick opens it back up and takes some of the fish rations and whatever else he can fit. It's good rations,
Okay. Yep.
right? Like nobody else is gonna take this, right? Like this is out here now, right?
Grugfar looks the other way.
After that, Fizwick goes and walks up by the dog to see what it wants to do next.
Okay. Yeah, she's the guide, Jartha says it's seeming to want us to go on. I usually prefer to go that way. It seems a little safer, but it seems to want us go this way. And I'll pull up a map here and show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay.
Maybe we should offer Buckthorn a little of the rations too. He's
Well, here you go, boy. You want some more? Do you want
probably a
fish?
little famished.
Have some good treats for you, boy.
So you guys are currently, I don't know if you can see this, right about here on the map. Okay, this is like it appears to be their base camp. And then it's wanting to lead you up this way. All right. And Jartha says, well, sometimes we go this way, but it seems to be wanting us to go this way. So it's another common route. Not always my first choice, but common route.
I'd say we follow the dog.
Agreed.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys head up there that way. And let's see here. The wind is howling, and the snow is blowing, but it's hard to tell if it's snow falling from the sky or if it's just kind of sweeping off the mountain slopes. But it's stinging your eyes as you trudge up in your snowshoes up the slope further. The climb is starting to get a little bit more treacherous. Ahead, you see 4 mountain goats perched on a large rock formation. And they're perched right about here on these rocks right here as you're heading up, right about there.
There's some goats up there. And if there's some goats, that means there's probably not any predators around here.
Let's trudge on.
Okay. So yeah, you guys get past the goats. They seem pretty indifferent to you.
They didn't ask us riddles or anything.
no riddles.
Why are you past?
Yeah, they're pretty chill and just kind of hanging out there on the rocks. Actually, I forgot I have this arrow here. How nice. Very good. Look at that. All right. So that's where you guys just passed. And now you are headed up this very steep slope right here. And at this point, Jartha says, all right, time to get the spikes on as well. And she pulls out some of these metal spikes that she puts on her boots in addition to the snowshoes now, kind of affixes these metal spikes to the bottom of them. You all do the same, I assume?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, as I'm strapping them on, I do sort of just keep watching the goats just because they're there. Do I notice anything un-goat-like or odd?
No, you don't. Yeah, they're going about their business. Seem to be, for the most part, ignoring you.
Did Buckthor react to the goats at all?
You heard some whining.
Hmm.
Kind of an eager whine, I would say.
Yeah,
But other than
okay.
that, nothing out of the norm. Okay. All right. So as you make your way further and further up here, oh, I'm wrong. I took the wrong route. It's definitely not. That did look really steep. Buckthor and Jartha seem to be leading you this way. There we go. Up this slope right here. And hundreds of feet up the mountain. Actually, why don't we do this? Why don't we have everyone make a survival check, if you could, a wisdom survival check.
7.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Wow.
18.
9.
Okay.
That
And
becomes a 22 for me.
okay, perfect. So, and let's go ahead and do this too. How are you guys marching? Would you let Jartha and Buckthor take the lead, or?
Yeah.
Okay. And let's determine marching order from there, and also maybe telling me about how far apart you guys think you would be.
I would love
I
to
imagine we'd. Oh, sorry, go on.
No. You.
I was gonna say, I'd imagine we'd be about 5 foot apart, like with a 5 foot gap between each of us. If we haven't done so already, using some of the rope to just tie each other off, we'd probably have the strongest climber at the farthest rear, as well as the 2 guides at the front, with everyone else in the middle. Nikos is probably the weakest climber of us.
I would
So
say
I imagine.
Clay would
What's that?
probably be at the front just because he's eager to get to the person that needs to be rescued.
Oh no, man,
Uh,
you don't get it. If we drop, you catch us. So you gotta
Yeah,
be in
that's
the
pretty
back.
much what Fizwick and Nico will do. They'll both say, "We don't care how enthusiastic you are to go see the top of the dirty
get in the
mountain.
back,
Okay,
man.
I want to live. Get your ass to the back of the group and pin yourself to the ground."
I'm going up front. Drekfar's gonna be behind me, and then Nikos, and then Clay.
I think that's good. Do you think that's legit, Nikos? You like that lineup?
I like that. I like that. I like
Clay, are you willing?
I suppose.
Be the anchor.
As
All
long
right.
as you move.
It's the most important position.
We
It's an honor.
can all feel Clay being pushy from the rear, forcing us all to march faster.
Yeah, just march a little faster.
You can feel his hot breath on your neck, like, oh gosh, I gotta move faster.
I pull my bullwhip out and I just crack it over.
Into the air, just randomly once in a while.
Yeah.
No reason. Okay, good. I love it. All right. That's right. Clay does have a whip, guys. I forgot.
Oh,
about
I
that.
didn't realize that.
Uh-huh.
Yes, but does he have a nene?
I only do that in private.
All right, good stuff. So, you guys, Clay, you hear a loud kind of cracking overhead, and I think Michael also rolled an 18. So basically, you guys notice the beginnings of what could be an avalanche up ahead. And I'm going to give you two the jump on it, but I need everyone to roll initiative.
Fight snow.
12.
6.
19.
Okay. So, now this is interesting because you guys are tied together. 5. Okay. So basically, anyone who rolled over a 10, well, first of all, Clay and Grukvar, or Clay and Nikos, rather, you guys notice it before it starts to really move very much. What would you do?
Yell,
Nikos would
"Watch
like to
out!"
look and see if there's a cave.
Okay. Yeah, let's see.
Are we? Did we say we're tied together, or are we just sort of walking one behind each other?
You are tied together, I think, if you guys were willing to take Michael's suggestion.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I would probably hiss, like make a quiet but sharp sound, and then start. If I'm at the back, then I would start pulling the rope over at least toward the side of the cliff.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys were right here when you noticed it, and it's coming from right up here, okay? And you could, you're about in the middle of this field here, so you could go back either way. But yeah, given that Clay is in the back and it was the most, the one most likely to notice it, might be good to head back toward that rock face. And so, yeah, Nikos, if you're looking, you might perhaps, I don't know if you would do this, but you would probably see that as the most likely spot.
Cool. Yeah, I would absolutely just shout out back.
Okay.
Don't
And,
shout.
yeah, start moving back to that little alcove.
Okay. Yep. All right. So you guys hear, no, anyone who got above a 10 can act in this and can move before the avalanche will hit. So I believe that. So Nikos, I'm going to say since you got so high on your perception check, you can as well. But did anyone get below a 10?
I did.
Okay.
I got a 6.
Okay.
On initiative?
Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Actually, on both, I got lower than a 10. So
okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting how we're going to do this with you all tied together because
Are the
moving 30 feet is not really possible. So I'm going to say that you guys all kind of haul in that direction over to the right here.
would I be
And
dragged?
Grukvar is I'm going to say like maybe you lose your footing and you're kind of being dragged. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Can Fizwick use his mage hand to give him just a little bit extra, like...
Sure. Just give him a little extra. So, yeah, let's do this. Why don't you go ahead and roll initiative again, Grukvar? See if you
Okay.
get higher than 10. Basically gave you advantage on the initiative.
No, I got a 2.
Oh, nice.
Get your filthy hand off me.
All right. So, the avalanche tumbles down this slope, and it looks like it started about 500 feet above you. It is now about 200 feet above you.
Can I try to pull as hard as I can on the rope, see if I can yank people a little bit faster in the direction of the cliffside?
Yeah, go ahead and make a strength check for me.
I thought you were going to try and snap yourself free.
Yeah.
See ya, suckers.
While he's making that check, how much weight can Mage Hand lift?
Not much.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to picture basically
Pretty
what a
bad,
hand could
yeah.
do, not like a strong, like, muscular arm so much as a hand. I think it can lift like 10 pounds. I can't remember what the spell says, but I think it does say in the spell description.
It was a 17.
Okay. Yeah, so you managed to get the party a little bit closer, but the avalanche is nearing, and it is going to tumble over most of the party here. I'll say that probably Clay is the only one, as he's in the back, who manages to get out of the way completely.
And the tallest, so it's just...
There you go, and there's that too. So, okay. So, here's what I need from everybody now. Go ahead and make... Go ahead.
Sorry, do we also get to take an action as well, or?
So, yeah, I mean, basically, I assumed that you're all using your dash to get out of the way, but if you want to take an action instead, you could.
Well, if I can
something
realize
minor.
that we're... Yeah, if I realize that we're not going to quite make the distance, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a spell. My spell is going to be Tasha's Caustic Brew. Now what this is this creates a stream of acid emanating as a 30-foot line, which is 5 foot wide. What I want to basically do is I want to create a kind of almost like a lip or a wedge. Using my sorcery point, what I'm actually able to do is use a meta magic called transmutation. So instead of acid, what I want to do is I want to create a shelf of ice, just 30 foot long, and then just sort of push ourselves like hard up against that little ledge that that I've created with ice.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so how tall and wide? You said 30 feet wide?
Yep, so 30 foot wide. So so ideally what I want to do is I want to attach it to the rock that
You're running toward.
the rock face that's there. And I want it to just go, because I mean obviously there's Fizwick, Grukvar, Bathor, and the guide. So I want to kind of create it so that it basically creates that line to cover each and every one of us, and then everything else is kind of like directed into being an anchor to make sure it doesn't sort of snap off.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, not knowing much about that spell, I'm going to say, yeah, I think that could work. And so I think what we'll do is you guys see Nikos do this. And Nikos, how does this look as you do this?
It kind of starts by sort of looking like this blue, bubbling, sort of caustic liquid, and then Nikos sort of concentrates, and then it suddenly becomes this twisting prism of shards and ice. As he then fires it out, it looks like a spray of rime frost that just covers an arc above him. As he does so, it sort of creates layer after layer, which the sort of ice begins to interlock and sort of create more and more ice every round for up to a minute, because that's, acid. It'll keep burning for a minute, basically, is how this works. So ideally, this is just going to keep creating and repairing ice for a minute. And what is in front of you now is basically this ballast of ice and snow that is attached to this large rock face.
Mm-hmm. I like it. All right, let's do this to see if this wall or this wedge can withstand the force of the avalanche. Let's go ahead and just do like an opposed strength roll for your. So I'm gonna say maybe we'll just be, and I'll give you advantage. And so this is not gonna be your strength. Let's just do your spell casting modifier, and I'll just give the avalanche like +3 to its strength roll, but you roll with advantage, okay?
Yeah. So the idea, sorry, just to also clarify, the idea is not for it to hit us, but for it to ride atop the ballast and then over us, and then with the momentum of the avalanche, we've got like this kind of little gap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, okay. So my charisma stat is 19 with advantage.
Okay. I rolled a 17 plus 2 is 19. So
yes,
I'm going to give it to you.
Yay!
And yeah, so we are going to say that it does hold. And now I need everyone to make a strength check just to see there is going to be some snow going over you. And basically, will you be carried away in it, or will you kind of, withstand? And I'm going to give you all advantage on this because of this ice wall. So everyone make a strength roll for me.
12 for Nikos.
Okay.
20.
20. And, sorry, who else?
5.
5, Crogman. And Fizwick?
19.
Unbelievable.
19. Okay, and
The most
I'm
powerful
roll...
magic on earth can't save me now.
Yeah, I'm going to roll for Zartha here. Okay, she got a 17. So I'm treating this like a group check because you're all tied together.
Okay.
And if half of you get it, and 3, if you include the guide, she got it as well. And now you manage, so yes,
At this point, am I still the only person not on their feet and still being? I'm still being dragged around.
Grukvar is just
Actually,
getting
upside down. It's just your boots sticking up.
he's just getting blasted with snow right
Grab the
now.
dog, Drexler! Grab the dog!
All in the neck
What
and just
did you do?
very uncomfortable. but
The dog!
the rope is holding. All right.
Got like it's like third grade when you got your snow pants. The snow is like in your pants.
Yeah.
It's all melting.
When you wipe out real bad on a sledding hill or something or
Ooh.
skiing and it's fresh snow and you just know you're gonna get it all everywhere. Okay, let's see here. So yeah, I think the target there. Let me just make sure. Yeah, it was a 15. So I think we're good. And okay, you are all going to take a little bit of damage. Actually, I'm just gonna say Grukvar and did anyone else roll under 15?
I did.
Okay. Grukvar and Nikos, you will take 3 points of bludgeoning damage from the snow as it does kind of just go around over and manage to just skim you in some parts at least.
Okay.
But you guys manage to hold. And as it clears, as the avalanche kind of settles now, you find that you're under snow, but you can see some light. Well, I guess you wouldn't see light because darkness, because the Rime of the Frost Maiden. But anyway, you are covered in snow. It does not feel crazy heavy like it would be impossible to break out. What would you like to do?
We're all under snow.
Yes.
I would start.
Can I hear anything?
No. You
Okay.
hear Buckthor. He's barking.
Okay.
Can I try to wiggle out?
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
I want to
climb
try and
out.
dig towards Buckthor.
Yeah. And you guys, as soon as you start digging, you find that, wow, you're not very far buried at all. This ice wall really kept it very shallow as it kind of covered you from the snow. And so you see you're in kind of a little bit of a pit, and there's a little bit of a mountain just up the hill that's kind of gathered on this ice wall.
I'm gonna walk to the person that's closest to me and kind of like offer my hand and try to pull them up to their feet. I don't remember who that is.
Probably
might be me.
Grukvar. Yeah. Yep. All right. So good. Yes, you managed to do so. Everyone's kind of just brushing off, and Jartha says, "Sorry about that. I should have seen it coming. Should have heard it coming. Should have known better."
Yeah, you were like the worst guide ever. I would rate you 1 star. Nikos, that was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. You really made up for this guide's lack and inability to guide us up the mountain safely.
Thank you. This is nothing at all. I'm cold. I'm wet. I wish I had my prestidigitation spell.
Jartha gets up and just kind of coughing. And she kind of goes over to Nikos and she gives you a kind of a tap too on the arm, pretty hard tap, kind of brushing some of the snow off, but also saying, "That was some quick thinking. You might have saved us."
Fizwick walks up alongside Nikos, and he just taps him in his palm. But he looks around to make sure nobody else is seeing before he does it. And in his palm, he's just got that little stone.
Recognizing what it is, I'll look down at Fizwick and I'll, as I'm talking to Fizwick, I'll sort of casually sort of pocket it and say, Fizwick, don't you have this campfire thing now? Is that, or was I imagining things?
Burning, burning like a pyre, making music like a fire.
And then Fizwick tries to cast his bonfire.
Okay. Yeah, now bonfire, do you have to have some burnable material nearby, or how does that work?
I do not think so. I think that's the only one I don't need fire. Control flame, I need fire.
Okay.
Buckthor goes up in flames.
Yeah. So yeah, you just create it right on the ground then, and it starts to melt very quickly and sink, but you managed, it's in a hollow or a shallow enough spot. It's about 6 feet deep where you guys are standing here, and it's pretty soft, so you guys are kind of all, up to your crotch in it basically, and it's now warming Nikos up, and anyone who else would like to gather around may do so.
Nikos, does that wall come down at any point? Are we gonna have to climb over it, or?
I think you're muted.
Muted.
I would probably give it a minute. The ice itself will continue to freeze for a short period of time, after which it should hold as if it's holding now. But if we add our weight to it, we may possibly cause another inadvertent slide.
All right. So, yeah, it would be pretty easy to walk around it back to kind of like the middle of this slopey area too, where you guys were. Right now, you're probably more over here, but it's not extending out that far, so you could easily walk around it too. So, you find yourselves here on this slope. Jartha says, "We should continue on. Can't afford too much time if this is as urgent as you all implied with your payment."
Yes, let's go.
You on, Jartha?
All right. And she does lead you on. You continue up to right about here, when you see now a shape in the snow up ahead. And let's see. Buckthor begins to bark madly and runs ahead once again, this jolt of newfound energy. You reach a steep, snow-covered incline dotted with jagged rocks. Lying face down in the snow, barely conscious, is a humanoid in blood-stained cold-weather clothing. What would you like to do?
Jartha's in front, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, are we still in our same basic marching order?
I would assume so.
Okay.
well, I would hope that she would be the first one there and bend down and check to see vitals.
Yep, she is doing so, and she relays, "He's alive," and kind of slowly says, "Help me with this." And does one of you step forward to help?
I will help.
Oh, go ahead.
So yeah, you take the legs, and she kind of turns the shoulders gently, turns him over. It's a youngish man in 30s with a beard, blood kind of staining the left side of his coat, tear in it. A weak cough just kind of makes its way through his cracked lips. Shivering begins to intensify a little bit.
Garrett, can you hear us?
He just kind of mumbles, unintelligible.
Grokvar, can you heal him?
I'll do what I can. Grokvar places his hands on him and let's see here. And casts, well, actually first, can I just do a medicine check?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and do that.
Okay. Back on track, 18.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you notice that the wound on his arm is pretty serious, and he's also just kind of seems to have bruises, like on his face. You can see some bruises on his neck too that could go lower onto the abdomen. Looks pretty beat up, but the bleeding seems to have mostly stopped from his arm, and maybe perhaps just because of the cold, if nothing else.
Okay.
Slowed anyway.
I would like to cast Cure Wounds on him.
Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead and roll for that.
8 points of healing.
Okay. Yeah, he eyes widen, looks around. Oh, where am I? Who are you?
We've been sent by your husband when you didn't come back days ago. What can you tell us about what you've been going through? Where are the people that you've been guiding?
Oh no, I left them up higher. It was a Yeti. It attacked us, and I tried to lure it away. It tumbled down the mountain. I took a spill after it slashed my arm. Feels a bit better now. Thank you for your help.
Clay looks up towards where he's indicating. Do we notice anything from where we're standing? Up higher?
You look up and you see on the ledge above you 2 white shapes, large cats. And one of them is flying through the air at you right as you look up. Everybody roll initiative.
I had to look up. If I hadn't, it would have just been snowflakes and lollipops.
Uh-huh. All right.
15.
And, okay.
11.
All right.
14.
19.
Okay, so we're gonna go. I'm gonna put this in the Zoom chat here. So we're gonna go with sorry, having trouble remembering character name. Okay, Nikos is first. Nikos got a 19. Someone get over a 15? Nope. Okay, and then someone got a 15. Who was that?
Yep, me.
Okay, Fizwick, and then sorry, Ryan and.
I got a 14. Grugfar's 14.
Okay, and what's that, Ryan?
11.
11. Okay, and then we've got the. And so you would recognize these if you spent any time out in the wild here as Crag cats. And I probably have a picture, maybe. Nope, I failed, I don't. All right, so I am going to load up our virtual tabletop here, and we can move over to that instead of these slides. And we are going to get a new map in here. All right, so I'm going to place you guys on the map. All right, and then we've got our Crag cats here as well. Up on the ledge, one of them now flying through the air. Oh, I have to get off the pointer tool. There we go. And I just want to make sure, does anyone have a passive perception of more than 17? I don't think that's really possible at level 1, but checking.
No.
Oh, mine's 12.
Okay. Cool. All right. Very good. So, they got the jump on you here, and this one literally is flying through the air toward Clay, and you manage to just sidestep this Crag cat as it lands to your side with a snarl. It then let's see here, pounce. Yeah, if it doesn't hit you, then it will. Yep, okay, that's it. So it lands to your side. Then the next one is going to jump toward Nikos right here. And you know what? I'm going to say that probably, we're just going to be nice here, because I didn't let you guys place yourselves, really. But I'm going to say that Grugvar is probably more up front. And going to send this one his way. Pounces on you. And that one is going to be a 21 to hit, so that is going to hit. And Grukvar, I need a strength check from you.
Okay. 21.
All right. 21. So you manage to stay on your feet as this thing slashes you for, let's see, 7 damage with its claw. No, I'm
Oof.
sorry. That's wrong. 8 damage.
Oof, more oof.
Yes, more oof. All right. And now it is going to be Nikos' turn.
All right, so Nikos, seeing the cats attacking in tandem the Grukvar and Clay, thinking that rock between the two cats, is
Yes.
that an obstruction?
It's a rock that's probably about 2 or 3 feet high, right there.
Okay, so yeah, okay, cool. So I'm gonna move Nikos to about here, trying to keep out of the distance of the cat, but try and basically line them up. And Nikos then places his hands together and begins to sort of blow. And as he does, this sort of ember appears in his hands, which then ignites into a roaring flame as he casts Agonaz's Scorcher, a 30-foot roaring line of flame, 5 foot wide, goes straight down that path, and I'll need a dexterity save from the both of them.
Yeah. All right, that's not going to make it, I don't think. I got a 3 and a 7 plus 3, yeah, so that's definitely not going to make it. It's going to be a 10 at the highest.
All right, so that is a fail, which leaves us with... Oh, nice. That is 18 points of damage.
Ooh, very
To
nice.
both. Fire damage if it makes a difference.
Yep, okay. Very good. All right, that brings up their turn once again. And so they let out these yowls of pain, screeching noises, and this one is going to move up to you. Well, yeah, this one's probably going to move up to you, Nikos, and therefore, Grukvar, you're going to get an opportunity attack on it. So you can go ahead and make that if you would like to.
Okay, I'll do that. I'm going to use my Warhammer here, and I rolled 14.
Okay, that is a hit.
All right,
And roll your damage.
6 points of damage.
Okay. Cool. All right. And it moves up to Nikos, and it is going to make a... it bites at you, Nikos. And that is going to be a 18 to hit, which will hit. And that is going to be... Oof, not good. 12 piercing damage, Nikos, from this bite. All right. Ooh, and I missed something. They have advantage on saving throws against any spell that targets only the cat, not an area. So I don't know if that would qualify, but...
No, because this targets the area.
Okay, yeah. Yep, okay. Cool.
But now I know
well,
this.
Then no harm done. You know nothing. All right. Very good. Okay, the next one moves up to Clay, and it is going to bite Clay. That is going to be a 19 to hit, which will hit for 10 piercing damage. All right, so it's slashed into you, and now it is going to be Fizwick's turn.
All right.
Oh wow, I'm starting to talk like that just in normal voice now. I want to see what the dog's doing.
Yeah, the dog is just cowering kind of in the back here, not really moving up. There's the dog.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that Jartha, likewise, has kind of moved pretty far back here.
Can I use my cunning action to hide and then do a sneak attack? Try to like climb into the rocks there, or...
Yeah. So I would say you could probably like dip over to here and hide behind these rocks if you wanted to.
Yep.
Now, you don't need to do that in order to perform a sneak attack when you have another ally within 5 feet of the same hostile creature.
Okay. I'd definitely like to. Well, don't I get an extra bonus though of doing a sneak
No,
attack?
you already get sneak attack if you have an ally within 5 feet of that.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
it's
Can I
redundant.
just shoot at the which one should I shoot at here?
So the one by Nikos has been hit twice now, and it appears in pretty rough shape. The one by Clay is a little less so.
Let me take a shot at the one by Nikos.
All right, go ahead and make your attack roll.
10.
All right, that is going to miss, unfortunately. Anything else you would like to do?
No.
Okay.
Wait. Yes. Nikos, hadn't you given me the tame animal?
The scroll of
potion?
animal friendship.
Yeah. Or no, we had
yeah, I
potions.
did.
We also got potions though. I remember we got 2 potions.
Yes. Yeah, we had a couple of potions. Oh no, I've got the scroll. You've got the potions.
Yeah, I actually want to use the potion real quick. And
When you have to give that to the animal.
Nate,
No.
So I think
Sorry.
you would.
Wrong window
no.
here.
This it lets you convince a beast that you mean it no harm. Choose a beast that you can see within range. It must see and hear you. If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, this spell fails. Otherwise, the beast must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for the spell's duration.
Can I throw it to Clay and just drink it?
Sure. Clay, do you catch it?
I mean, is the slow motion camera rolling?
Yes, it is. I'm not going to make you roll for it.
Yeah, I'll drink it.
Okay. So that brings up Grukvar's turn, I believe. And then, did I not put Clay? I put 11 instead of Clay. What was happening? I don't know. Anyway, that's your number. But yes. All right, go ahead, Grukvar. What would you like to do?
Grukvar palms his amulet, and he looks at the nearest Crag cat there and says, Meula, bite you. And then he casts Searing Smite on his hammer. And then tries to hit that cat with his hammer.
Okay,
I'm gonna
excellent.
roll for attack here. 15.
That is going to hit.
Okay.
Roll your damage.
That causes 4 points of bludgeoning damage, and then because I've got that Searing Smite going, causes an additional 5 points of fire damage.
It had exactly 9 hit points. What does this look like as you kill the Crag cat?
He ignites like upon impact, like dry straw. He just goes up like a blaze, like a pyre into the night.
Okay. Yeah.
And
awesome.
he screeches, and he's a pile of ash.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, you hear this scream of agony, almost blood-curdling scream of agony as this Crag cat just kind of drops to the ground in this pile of embers. All
You
right.
can see Fizwick up in the
Nick-
hills. He's like,
Nikos sighs in disappointment at the now ash cat.
All right, very good. All right, Clay, you're up. I'm going to say you haven't drank the potion yet, but you could do so as a free action. Yeah.
Do I get a sense of how badly off this little cat is?
It's definitely injured. It's scorched pretty badly. You can definitely tell it's hurt. It's hurting.
did I throw it to the wrong dude?
Making that decision right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a matter of is it a wise use?
I thought he still had a lot of meat left on his cat. Oh wait, no, that just got incinerated. Sorry.
So they both got hit by Michael's spell.
Good job, Michael.
Yeah. So I think. Sorry, I'm gonna put the potion in my pouch, and then I'm going to swing both axes, one after the other, down onto the cat's back.
Yep. All right. Go ahead and make your attacks.
That is a 16. No, sorry, 21 for
Hit.
the first one.
Yep.
And the second one is an 11.
Okay, so the 11 misses, but the first one hits.
Okay. 5 damage.
All right, 5 damage as you slash into its back, and it kind of sidesteps now and tries to get a different angle on you for its next attack. All right, we are back to Nikos. Oh, anything else you'd like to do, Ryan?
So you're saying like it moved during
Yeah.
the second?
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of, moved in pain and is now, yeah, but it's still within range.
Okay, but like, so if I were to step back, it wouldn't, like, it would still draw an attack from him?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep. So yeah, no, I'm gonna sort of stand there and, well, yeah, I'm just gonna stand there and get, ready for the next round.
Okay. Very good. All right. Next up, we have Nikos.
Okay, so Nikos, seeing the last remaining Crag cat off in the distance, is going to try and measure his response as he once again creates a fire in the palm of his hand. This one a lot smaller and more controlled, as I'm going to cast Firebolt at the other cat. I hurl it through the air, and I get a natural 20.
Sweet.
I'm trying to measure my response so I don't burn it. That is 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Clay instinctively covers his sensitive bits.
It lets out a yowl of sharp pain and kind of stumbles a little bit. You definitely see it like, bleeding quite badly from a couple of patches, and it's very, very hurt. All right. That brings up the cat.
It's still up.
It's still up. The cat is going to attack Clay, and it rolls a natural 20. Oh no. It
And I
bites
told you.
4.
Threw you this shit to prepare.
1, that would be, okay, so that would be,
I'll take 1 damage.
I rolled a 1 plus 3, so 4 damage plus 5, so 9 damage. You got off easy on that for a nat 20 with a D10 for the damage roll. Got off very easy for a crit. All right, so that is piercing damage as it bites into you, and now it is Grukvar's turn. Oh, Fizwick's turn. Sorry, Fizwick, you're up.
Fizwick looks down at Clay. What are you doing? You just see him holding his hands up like. So Fizwick cocks an arrow.
Oh, crap.
He's about to finish this thing, man.
All right, so you are in direct line with Clay right now. So you might want to move your token a little bit.
I can't even see my token, so maybe you can do it for me because it's the
Sure.
way we're playing with this. I can't. Oh wait, there it is. Okay.
There you go.
I also didn't get the Owlbear Rodeo link.
Okay, it's in the Zoom chat, so just scroll up a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Can I shoot him now?
You can. Absolutely. Let loose.
Fizwick
There's
cocks
one.
one up. And he's like, "This is because of your incompetence, Clay." And he
My
rolls a
incompetence.
7.
Uncompetence. And the arrow skids off the rock near the Crag cat.
There was some competence there, but,
All right.
You didn't hit Clay. That's
I'm
good.
getting a notification here. Let me shut this thing
Make a
up.
cool sound when it hit the rock.
All right.
And I also want to use my bonus action to dive back into stealth.
Okay. Yep. So I'm gonna put you back here. Boom. In and out. Bobbing and weaving.
You know, is it weird that every time I see Fizwick do that, I kind of imagine like, you know, Among Us with the vents? Like Fizwick shows up and then he like takes his shot and then he just into the snow.
He's got his cloak. Just...
Where the hell did he go? Sneaky bastard.
Pop a mole.
He's like he's like a mobile like defense system. He just comes out of the ground.
All right. Next up, I think it is Grukvar's turn.
Okay.
So Grukvar, you've seen this fire bolt scorch it. You've seen the arrow miss.
And I've seen Fizwick disappear once again.
You also
Injured.
saw Fizwick throw a
Did you?
potion of animal calming downness that would have fixed this whole thing. You saw that too, right?
I missed that.
The potion throw.
I missed that, and I'll never grant you that.
Just wanted to see. Just
Okay.
Because now it's got a domino effect of that not being used, but just wanted to check.
Okay, I'm gonna run up to the Crag cat and try and hit this one with my hammer.
All right. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
18.
That is a hit. And just tell me how you kill it. It has literally 1 hit point left from Nico's firebolt, guys.
No! What is this?
I bring the hammer down on his skull,
Yeah.
and just there's a dull thud, and he crumples to the ground.
Yeah, and I imagine as
Yeah,
it
but what happens to the cat?
comes up to you, or as you come up to it rather, it's
Yeah.
kind of circling Ryan a little bit, and seeing you kind of raise your hammer, it actually lunges right at you, and you just bring your hammer down on its head as it like collides with your chest, and then it just slumps down.
Perfect.
Dead.
Perfect.
Clay
dead Crag
actually turns towards you, Grukvar, and like kind of growls in his throat, like he wanted that so bad.
Yeah. All right. Garrett is back here, kind of being tended to. You see that. Now I can't remember her name. Zartha, I think, is standing with a dagger drawn, just kind of like defensively, kind of protecting Garrett. And Boy is at, or Buckthor, there we go, is at his side, and he's kind of holding onto the Buckthor too. Good boy, don't go. And you can see that Buckthor is really tense, but is starting that tension is starting to drain here, as Garrett says, "This has not been a good day. Thank you so much for your help."
Grukvar, my own character's name, I have to get it right, raises his arms and motions for everyone to gather around, and palms his amulet and casts Prayer of Healing, which can work for up to 6 creatures. So I'm going to target the whole party,
Nice.
every human in the party at least. And let's see here, 2d8 plus my spellcasting modifier.
Now, while you're doing that, I'll just say one more thing, and I don't know if it'll change anything for you, but Garrett says, the rest of the party, the expedition, they're still up there. We need to... I know I can't force you, but please, can we go look for them? And he kind of gets up.
How long? So obviously we were going into Targos when we found Buckthor, and then Buckthor had obviously gone up the mountain with Garrett, and obviously the attack happened. Then Buckthor came to the town. We then climbed up the hill, yada 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 yada. How long has it actually been, if we were to assume that he was with a tour group at the time, then was attacked, then Buckthor came to got us? Like, how long between that point and now is it?
You imagine it's been a little over 24 hours at least. Yeah.
Okay. And he said a Yeti attacked them.
Yes.
So pushing aside the fact that from what I imagine, Garrett is staving off either massive frostbite or hypothermia or whatever. What's the actual likelihood of someone surviving in Icewind Dale at, obviously over the last 24 hours on a mountain like this?
Yeah, I mean, are you asking me as the DM?
I'm asking as Nikos, what would Nikos kind of understand based on his observation?
Right, yeah, I mean, it completely depends on the level of shelter that anyone would have managed to find. They were, equipped for an expedition. And not necessarily planning to stay overnight. That's why they had their base camp. But they were well stocked, and it would completely depend on exposure to the elements and any shelter that they would manage to find. Yep.
Okay. Nikos will say, "We've only really come to find you. You have survived, but from what we can understand, barely. If we were to climb the mountain to look for the rest of your group, or the people who you have guided up here, you must understand that we are not going to be searching for living people. We will be searching for bodies to bring down. If this is something you can understand, then we can go. But if you harbor any hope that we are going to find them alive and well, then we will just take you back down the mountain now."
I will go regardless.
There are Yetis.
Rukvar, are you gonna do the healing thing?
I mean, yeah, I think so. I mean, I can't. I can't recant it now. It's in the air. I have to say the repair backwards or something to pull it back into my mouth.
You don't want to knock with nothing. You can't go.
I only say that because what we choose to do with him may depend on how healthy he becomes after that.
Yeah, I want to just go through with it because I said it, whether or not it's a good idea or not. So let the chips fall where they may. But it's 9 points of healing for everybody.
Oh, listen, I'm a nice guy, but can I ask who's up there? Are those just a bunch of farmers and peasants? Is there anybody of significance up there? Just want to ask.
It's a party I was tasked with guiding. There's a Goliath barbarian by the name of Growling Bear. Mokingo Growling Bear was his name. Huge, very strong. Wanted to find Oyam and Artok, test his mettle against her. I don't even think she's real, but found something just as bad. I couldn't tell what happened to him. I tried to lure the Yeti away, and it could have fallen somewhere around here. He starts to look around. I don't know. There was also a friend of his, little halfling named Yondella. She was a companion of his. And then there was a tiefling, some kind of spellcaster by the name of Asterix. I don't really know her story, but she cursed a lot, and she didn't seem real nice.
Why does this sound like some other D&D party fell in?
Yeah. Little did the group know that Nate had already played this adventure with 4 others.
And was
They were quickly encroaching upon the area of the TPK. Nate laughed and smiled to himself.
I get
I
to
don't know
relive those
about you
TPKs
guys.
multiple times.
It's just a pile of dead characters up there.
Just dumping them on. The
They're
next
all
group that
level
comes
3 for some reason. I don't.
Yeah. The next one that comes in, you see a goblin, a Draga, and a water genasi, and something else, some bizarre man with his face ripped in half. They lie dead. No. Question. Actually, I will say this telepathically through the minds of my companions, not including the guide or
Garrett.
the guy. Yeah. The name Growling Bear. This sounds familiar. Yes, maybe just me, but wasn't Growling Bear supposed to be someone we were looking for, or someone that we had?
Can we speak
Remember
back to
when
you?
we were trying to
Can we respond?
Can we speak back to you in our brains?
Nate? Can they respond?
I actually don't know about that. I would.
Okay, so traditionally telepathy is written as follows.
We all make charades back to him.
Okay. You can form a telepathic connection between your mind and the mind of another. As a bonus action, you can choose one creature you can see within 30 foot. You and the chosen creature can speak telepathically with each other. While the two of you are within a couple of miles of each other, you can understand yada, yada, yada. It can last for a couple of minutes, equal to your sorcerer level, and ends earlier if you are incapacitated or dying. So basically, I'm just connecting to each of them individually rather than as a hive.
Yeah,
So they
let's
can
just
hear
go with
me.
Okay.
Yeah, they can hear me, and I can hear them, but they can't hear each other.
Yep.
But I will ask this of each of them.
Yep.
I don't recall.
So you're doing it one
at a time, yeah. Because I thought when we were supposed to be searching for the iron ore and the like, didn't we hear that the dwarves were attacked or something, and we heard of a druid or of some kind in the area, Goliath? Does this? It's familiar, but I don't quite.
I don't recall. However,
the dwarves were attacked by a Yeti.
Yeah, they said a Yeti. That was the rumor.
Though we never saw one.
Recall.
I don't know.
It sounds very familiar.
I
It sounds
think
incredibly familiar.
It was from the
Growling
cartoon you're
Bear.
watching.
So as the DM,
Growling-
I will tell you that there was a druid, a frost druid by the name of. It started with an R. I can't remember it.
Richard.
Yeah, it was something like whispered in a tavern, and it went past so quickly. But I thought maybe it was while we were investigating the stuff for the dwarves. I just can't, like I said, I've got no grasp of specifically what. That's fine if we don't remember it, but you know, that's my mistake.
It matters not. These are people, and they're in trouble. And if there's a chance that we can save them, we're here. We should.
Clay, have you ever been attacked by a wild animal?
Yes.
Good.
About 3 minutes ago.
Excellent. Well, when attacked by a wild animal, have you managed to drag yourself back to your home, your town, or wherever it is you come from?
I'm assuming this question is hypothetical because I'm standing here, but
well, he might have been saved by a wandering group of minstrels. I don't know. The point is did you get back on your own strength?
Any return to town that I have made has been on my own strength.
Well,
But
you guys are really like dragging me down.
And so Fizwick
You
just
can't hear
starts
this.
like walking up the mountain. He's already just made the decision, and he's now headed up, and that's what's up.
The point I'm trying to make
Where we're
is
gonna
that
pause,
it has
guys.
been
Welcome back to the. No, sorry.
It has been 24 hours, and they have been atop this frozen mountain post Yeti attack.
We found Garrett
Yes,
after the
But
same amount of
unless
time
we
he
wish
fell
to-
off a cliff.
that's true, meaning he got swiped by the Yeti. The others were still on the mountain with the Yeti, and they did not return.
If there's a chance we can rescue these people, we should.
I'm going to say that Nikos will argue for a little bit, but eventually concede, especially as Fizwick slowly makes his way up the mountain. He doesn't want Fizwick to go get eaten by a Yeti,
Are
and
you
that's
like-
his motivation
It's
right
like,
now.
are you like kicking fluffs of snow while you walk because you're just so annoyed? You're just like,
Yeah, I'm not going really fast. I'm like going just fast enough if they decide they don't want to go. I'm like,
Oh, okay, guess we won't go either. Works for me.
You just start marching on the spot, waiting to hear what our decision is.
Nikos, can you still hear me in my mind? Can you still hear me?
I imagine I was attached to Clay for a second,
Okay.
so probably not.
Okay. Well, I just want to say.
Nikos, can you hear me in your mind?
I want to say. I want to
Frank,
say.
it is.
While I can get this message to you secretly, I want to say thank you for what you did back there. I appreciate it. I don't expect gracious thanks in return, but I want you to know that I appreciate what you did, and you really showed your mettle, and I saw it. Thank you for that.
Nikos will look awkwardly before saying, Fine. We're going to climb the mountain and get ourselves killed. And I guess I am going with you, because what's one person's death without another 3 people thrown in?
Also, we're all
And
time.
he'll start muttering and Thayan as he walks up and starts kicking snow like Fizwick is.
Should we take a short rest before we do this? Because Clay.
No, we're going up, aren't we, Fizwick?
Oh, also,
I throw a snowball at the back of his head.
Did anyone want to accept my healing?
I did. I definitely did.
What about Garrett?
I had 5 hit points
So
left.
Garrett was already looking. How much did you give him last time? Was it like
8? I gave him 8 last time. I gave him 9 this time.
Okay, yeah. So he was already looking pretty good, but now he's looking even better. Tip top, 100%.
Okay.
He comes over and he shakes your hand. He says, "Thank you so much for that."
Jake. So Clay would suggest that Garrett and Jartha and the dog leave. They head back to town to rest up, and we will see what we can do about the missing party.
I don't like it. I'm not so sure. I want to see what happened to them. They were my charge. They were.
I'll text you some photos.
And in that case, Garrett, would you like to come with us?
That's what I'm thinking. I mean,
Can I
go
see any
back.
weapon on? Can I see any weapon on Garrett? Does he carry any sort of weapon?
he does have like a dagger at his side.
Okay.
He says, I could go back, but I would need your word that you'll due diligence, search for these people up here.
We're not ascending the mountain for any other reason.
I thought you heard we were already doing this. We were just walking up the mountain. Did you not, Garrett? I don't think you're listening.
Well,
That
the
was
thing
just you,
is,
Fizwick.
I was planning to come with you. I need to know you're not just going to go on a nature walk and then head off.
I mean, does
You're really gonna find
look like a place where we go on a nature walk?
I think we've been on enough of a so-called nature walk. Our preference would be to leave with you, but there are people in trouble, and we feel he says we inside looks feel that it is our duty to at least look for your party.
Well, my intention was to go with you, but if you feel it would best, I'll go get some rest back in Kelvin's Cairn.
I
And
think you could use it.
what's that?
I said I think you could use it.
Perhaps you're right. Thank you. I don't have much, but I'll do my best if you stop back into Kelvin's Cairn to reward you when you get back. I'll find something.
How much did we settle on for the guide? Was it 3 gold pieces?
I think it was
more than that.
6, but
Yeah.
because I think it was like maybe 2 or 3 for normal, and then you offered 6.
Okay, so I also, as they walk away, I tell Jartha, thank you for your expertise, and I hand her the 6 gold pieces.
Okay. She says, "Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm happy to help, and well, I guess I'll be on my way then, along with Garrett here.
Walk careful.
Good luck to you." And yeah, you see Garrett turn around, Buckthor at his side as he's wagging his tail, and they head back down the mountain. And I think we're going to take a short break here before we ascend any further. I want to thank everyone so much for joining me and for joining us rather, and well, for these guys for joining me too in the game. And yeah, thanks for being here. Real quick before we take a break, make sure you check out Fizwick's Dark Sea Workshop. Some awesome stuff. Oh, you know what, Fizwick? I actually got your new picture that you gave me here.
I made his wife some nice earrings, and I made her a pendant. Hopefully she doesn't see this. There's her pendant she got, and then she got the earrings in the bottom left, and a couple cool new necklaces I made.
Yeah.
Yay!
Awesome stuff. So go support Will in his business venture of Dark Sea Workshop. And I think we'll actually be visiting the Dark Sea Workshop here in Icewind Dale sometime soon too. A little tease. And but yeah, go check out his Etsy store. Link in the video description. And anything else you wanted to say about that, Will?
Yeah, I just wanted to thank Ricky, one of your viewers. He watching all of us here. He was enjoying it and bought one of my dice. So thank you, Ricky. And thank you as well for watching the stream here. And of course, how could we forget Kendra and Jake as well? Kendra has had a recent birthday, so if I can get maybe Nikos to do his amazing singing, because I'm not a singing and everyone can join me. And just a real quick birthday here for Kendra. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Singing over Zoom is terrible.
Happy birthday, Kendra. Happy birthday to you.
Yes.
There we go.
Many more.
I feel like that was
Singing over
probably
Zoom is always terrible, but
Yeah.
happy
5
birthday.
different versions of Happy Birthday.
Yep, enjoy that.
Yes, and the Ansels are also patrons, so thanks guys for being so supportive of us here. All right, and yeah, so go check out his stuff. Link in the video description. And Nikos, my man, check out Dead Aussie Gamer in the video description as well. Links to his Twitch and YouTube channel. Michael does awesome stuff over there, streaming games and some cool videos, as we mentioned, like cool Hero Forge videos and stuff like that. Michael, anything in particular you want to plug here?
Yeah, I'll be on every single day. I think in the mornings for our folks in the US. Well, it's 9 p.m. Australian Western Standard Time, where I will be doing World Ember, where I'm basically building a campaign setting for a game I'm running in 2021 on World Anvil, which is a lot of fun. So I've been doing that with the community and with people who stop by. Yeah, I've been doing that on Twitch, and it's been a lot of fun. The world is basically supposed to be like a game version of World Anvil, so it's like kind of like Sliders or Quantum Leap, where people go to like different worlds and do stuff. So we've been having a lot of fun with that, making some good guys, making some bad guys. Yeah. So that's what I've been doing, and I'm doing it every weekday till the end of December.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds awesome. That's a great way to just flex your creative muscles. So
Ooh,
yeah.
wait, one more.
Yeah.
If I also want to play more. This is the only game I play. So if you want to play with me, invite me to your game at Dark Sea Workshop. That brings up my Facebook, my YouTube, all those things. I only get to play with my man Nate here and all these generous men here.
Apparently,
I
we're
wanna
not
play
good
more.
enough.
I want to play more. So
He's hungry.
Okay.
He wants to play every day, and I still know.
But
We're
I will say
bi-weekly.
it's
Bi-weekly.
going to be Fizwick. Fizwick might just, I haven't worked it out with Nate yet, but he just might have a polar bear made of ice that can pull himself into other dimensions. But when he comes back, he retains none of that knowledge. So,
See,
Or
you go.
leveling that.
yeah,
So
or
I'm-
leveling, no
Or
leveling. No.
So I'm always looking for players and the like for a variety of like one shots and stuff like that. But I'm also and I wasn't going to advertise this because I'm kind of going through a restructure at the moment. But in 2021, I'll be upping some prices on my Patreon. But until the end of December, I've got a $40 Patreon tier for playing a 2-hour game with me on a weekly basis. If you sign up for it in the month of December, because there are limited slots, I will honor that into next year, even when the price increase goes up. So if you get it now, you get it. And I am looking at opening up and at least 1 or 2 new tables as well. So if you want to go check out the Patreon page, this will be kind of like the last month for you to be able to do that. But yeah, I shouldn't say that because everyone's telling me it's like, no, you're upping the price for a reason. I'm like, yeah, but you know, and then yeah, I'm terrible. I'm awful at making money for myself. But yes, so if you want to go do that, go do that, and
Do it.
yeah, play a weekly game with me.
Cool. All right. Well, yeah. Thank you guys, and Ryan and Alex, thank you for joining us as well. You guys, I don't think you have anything to plug, but these guys are cool. So just send them some. And that will be the replacement for clicking their links.
Check out these guys' cool things and check out Hero Forge.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
We will be back very shortly. Thanks, everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Well, I guess welcome us back. I don't know. Oh, hey, I'm looking at Hero Forge here. We were checking out Michael's character. I didn't realize I still had that up. But Michael made a crazy gonzo character in Hero Forge, so there you go. It's awesome. Stay tuned for some of that on his channels coming soon, I believe. We are making our way up Kelvin's Cairn here in Icewind Dale, my friends, and we have made it about halfway up the slope of this massive mountain that towers over all the others in Icewind Dale. And our party has rescued a guide named Garrett, who they were tasked with finding, but Garrett has told them that there still may be other survivors up ahead. And he can't in good conscience leave them unless he knows that the party will search. And the party has said they will search. So upward we go. Now, the next bit here is a hard bit to climb. Let me bring up the image of the mountain once again.
Do we need to take a short break or anything to recoup hit points? Or
You guys all got 9 points of healing from Grukvar, so...
Oh, okay.
I don't think, unless anyone else has reason to take a short rest, you could.
Happy with where we're at, or where I'm at, anyways.
All that matters.
All right. Very good. So we will continue up here. Now, this part is a hard one to climb, and you're going to have some challenge doing so. So what I would like is, as you try to kind of scramble up these slick, icy rocks, I would like everyone to make an athletics check. And this is going to be a group check. So all 4 of you, go ahead and roll.
Can Fizwick be using his mage? I'm really bad with how this magic works. Can he be using his mage hand just to pull himself up? Because it only works for 10 pounds, but he's only 40, so it could be giving him an advantage. Or
I don't think it would help
Okay.
in that way, in terms of climbing. You know, if there was like a rock that was falling and you wanted to quickly try to,
It only lasts a minute too, or something like that, right?
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, everyone, what'd you get on your checks?
21.
A 1 plus a 5.
I got the same as him, minus 20.
Fizwick?
6.
Okay. You guys manage to basically kind of clunk around on the rocks. You don't get hurt, but you don't make any progress. You basically have wasted about an hour here in this spot. Getting up a little higher, sliding back down, getting up a little higher. Not really making much progress here on the slope. Let's see. Each party member who failed their check, so everyone except for Clay, will take 1 level of exhaustion.
Did I fail my check?
Failed their what check?
Failed your strength check, or was it Grukvar who just succeeded?
I had 21.
Okay, so only Grukvar then does not take exhaustion.
Yeah.
And so exhaustion means that you have, oh boy, I had my DM screen here and now I lost it. But there are several levels. The first level of exhaustion, I believe, is just disadvantage on
saving throws, right?
Yeah, I believe it's just disadvantage on saving throws, and well, let's check it out here, see if there's anything else.
Because we did that as a group, Nate, does that mean that right now we're basically, all of us are, I didn't take any exhaustion, but we're all at the base of that summit, basically we're trying to climb up?
Yeah, you're just not making much progress up this rocky slope right here.
Rukvar redeemed his earlier performance, and he's at the top of the mountain waiting for us.
I'm up to the top of the mountain alone being attacked by Yeti.
It's real, guys. It's real.
All right. Why don't we all go ahead and make another strength athletics check?
Strength or athletics?
Yeah.
Athletics. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
5.
Doesn't sound good.
3.
That's the second time in a row I rolled a 1.
All right.
For the
Grukvar?
same
20.
Oh, gosh.
I'm on fire. I'm just like Michael. I think Nico's made a little arcane rocket pack strapped to my.
He's actually carrying each one of us up there one at a time.
Your second level of exhaustion, for those of you who failed, means that your speed is halved. So if you had 35 or 30 feet, you now have 15 feet of speed.
Before we head up and try again, perhaps we should be a bit more methodical about it. Is there some procedure we can, if we put our heads together, can we come up with something here that'll help us?
Heard of something called an elevator? I can't remember where.
I don't know, man.
No.
We're all climbing up this rope. What do you suggest we do?
Elevator was that gravity mage back in Thay. The guy's a hack. Don't listen to him.
His name is Elevator.
Yes. Looking up the mountain, obviously we've got like the climbing shoes and the ropes and stuff like that. Right now we're just kind of facing the elements, as it were. Is there any way to possibly use like, I don't know, like firebolt or something in order to kind of like, I guess, cut a path through the ice, or is that just going to create like a sort of a makeshift waterfall and wash us down?
Or could I like at least use my axes as like climbing picks or something like that?
So in terms of the spell first, I think that you potentially could like probably knock some rocks loose. So I'm picturing this kind of like icy rocks jumbled. And so kind of increments of like, yeah, ice with rocks poking out here and there. And I would say you could probably like maybe try to even knock a rock loose that might give you a better step up here or there. It would rearrange the rocks, and it might rearrange them in a better way if you could knock some loose.
All right. My second idea is we still have those potions of animal friendship and scroll of animal friendship. And there were some mountain goats down the hill earlier on.
Yeah.
I'm not riding a goat.
Hey, I saw you work with the water once, and you can do magic things with water, and you did it in the snow. Can you make like stairs for us so this is a little bit easier, or some pegs we can grab onto out of the snow?
So I can only make geometric shapes, and it can only be a 5 foot by 5 foot square.
That's fine. You can make a square, you can make a triangle, a rectangle, a circle. It doesn't matter. Just something for us to grab onto to a little bit easier to climb up the snow.
Well, it would only be one thing.
Oh,
So it'd be 1 5-foot square.
Yeah, it'd be 1 5 foot cube or 1 5 foot sphere. Or
that was
something.
my idea.
I think those goats would be our best shot. I say we give the goats a try. Clay?
That's something you never thought you'd say.
I can probably get the goats. I can get the goats.
All right. Would you guys like to go back and find those goats?
Sure.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, they're actually a little bit closer to you at this time. They've kind of strayed up the path, right about where you found Garrett now. There are 4 mountain goats standing around.
You guys, I totally got this.
And he takes out a little flask. And he runs up to the goat.
He tries to get the goats to.
He tries to see. I'm talking like Fizwick now. He tries to get the goats to come to him.
Yeah, the goats are very interested, and they begin to walk towards you.
Fizwick has some rope, so he tries to go ahead and get them tied up together into a menagerie of goats.
Go ahead and make an animal handling check, Fizwick.
Fizwick rolled a 6, but he's going to use his inspiration that you gave him from the last game to roll again.
Well, no, you don't even have to. You get advantage. You just had this potion of animal friendship.
Okay, great idea. Fizwick chokes it down like it's the best thing ever. And
Oh, you didn't drink it already. I'm sorry. Okay.
no.
Well,
no.
sorry, I didn't mean to force you. I thought you did. So yeah, you can go ahead and make the animal handling check. You can either use inspiration or you could try the potion.
I'm going to use inspiration.
Okay.
I can get another one of those. I don't know if next time I'm going to get these potions. So.
Yeah.
Here we go. Animal handling again, everybody. Here we go. That's what I'm looking for. A 19.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, you managed to get some ropes around the goat's neck. They're calm and they're just kind of walking along calmly. They seem to be headed sort of in the direction you guys were going.
Oh God, they stink.
What are you guys
All right.
trying to do here?
So Fizwick kind of like,
Okay, I got the goats. Let's go, you guys.
All right. So first of all, how big are these goats? Are they big enough to ride on? Maybe.
I would say for a human, it would be pretty doable for the bigger 2. There are a couple, it looks like mom and dad and some kids.
Fizwick is shimmied up the side of the goat knowing this now. and he is on top of a goat. Gruckfire, look! And he's kind of like on the goat.
All right. I'm going to grab the one of the bigger goats and nice goat, good goat. You don't want to kick me in the face. And I will try to mount the goat.
All right.
That's something you never thought you'd say.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna say that, you know, Fizwick's skill has calmed them all enough where you guys could all mount one of these goats if you wanted to.
Okay.
But you left only the kids, so
Yeah,
I'm
who's
not-
riding the small ones?
I am.
Rockfire's right,
I
the
will.
smallest one.
I will. I'm a reasonable Dorgar.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try and make you. Yeah.
Okay.
Fizwick was himself.
I want to see
He
like
picked the small
Fizwick
one.
ride the two kids like skis.
I want to see Gruckvar, a pretty heavy dwarf, riding one of these. It's
What do you
definitely
think?
heavily burdened. We'll say that.
Okay.
In fact,
Should I make a
Gruckvar,
check?
I'm gonna say, yeah, make an
I
animal
think
handling
you weigh
check.
more
Yep.
than I do.
Uh-oh.
Do I?
I don't know.
think you might.
No.
Yeah, dwarves are stocky as hell.
Yeah,
Like
they
they're
are.
dense.
Well,
I weigh
I'll figure
200
that out.
I weigh
Okay,
225 pounds. I'm not getting on a goat.
I rolled a 6.
Okay. Yeah, no, you can't really get on it, but
Okay.
it is following the rest of its family, apparently.
Okay.
So-
Can I just walk alongside it and maybe hold on to his horns?
Yep. I would say you
Okay.
could probably like maybe get your arms around its neck maybe as
Okay,
it's walking,
okay.
or
Yep,
even
all right.
even a rope or something.
Okay.
You guys, this is so awesome.
Okay. So the goats get to about right here, and then they just stop, and they're just standing there looking out down at Kaer Koenig.
Goats.
Oh, isn't it beautiful? Move, goat.
Um,
Obey me. I am a red wizard of day. Damn it. You will obey me, you insolent mammal.
I take out my axe and start climbing the same place that we were, but this time using them like climbing picks to sort of slice into the ice.
Okay. The rest of the goats seem fairly curious, and they begin to kind of follow you as you do that. Go ahead and make a strength check with advantage. And everyone else, let's just maybe go ahead and make an animal handling check as your goats begin to follow.
So I'd like to take a brief moment to tell the audience that I decided to try and suggest the goats because my athletics is 0. And I figured, you know, if I at least got the goats to help us out, then maybe, just maybe, with Fizwick's help, I might have a better chance of climbing the mountain. However, my animal handling, which I've now been called upon, is at a -1. So somehow or another, I have made things worse for myself.
Well,
by
this is
involving
going to
the
be an easier check than the strength check.
I
would
got a
have been.
4.
Okay.
Oh.
I
I
got
got a 12.
I got a 17.
Okay. Well, the group check is enough that, Michael, you managed to kind of slide off the back, but hold on to the goat as it follows its family up the slope, following the curious Axeman up ahead. Okay. Make it stop. Please make it stop. You guys have made it up, okay? There's more here.
Insolent creature.
I don't want to go into it.
Fizwick, sometimes you surprise even me.
Fizwick just looks back at him and he winks at him as his goat goes.
Was that you? Wait, was that Fizwick or the goats?
That was the goat.
Okay.
Is this the goats that say knee?
No, now they're the goats that say. I don't. I can't remember. Icky, something.
There we go. There it is.
That's what I'm looking for.
Very good. Michael's on point with his goat game is on point tonight, guys. All right. Perfect. All right. So you guys have made it up this slope in ridiculous fashion, but you have made it up. Ryan, the only one kind of salvaging any scrap of manhood here as he axes his way up the mountain, or clay rather. All right. A perilous climb is behind you now, and you now only have to worry about how you're going to get back down safely.
Oof.
Up ahead, on your left, is a 15-foot high, 10-foot wide cave mouth. There's blood on the snow, some distance from the cave entrance. And so you guys are now right about here. And there's...
Fizwick wants to light a few torches.
You guys, I know the Yetis don't like this fire, and we ain't got much farther to go. So we know it's going to be here soon. And you're
That is
gonna
very
want-
strange. You see, I heard that Yetis, they hunt based on heat because of the ice all around them.
Well, that's not what it says in the D&D player's manual, so...
Well, I don't have such a thing. Instead,
And
however, you hold the torch, and
because they don't like fire,
I guess
so-
we'll find out who is correct soon
Okay,
enough.
so Fizwick hands Grukvar and Clay a torch that's already lit, and he, I guess, consciously decides not to because you declined one, right?
I'll accept his torch. I'll accept
Okay.
the torch.
I'll take
Yeah,
one.
I'm okay. I will not declare a torch. I will
Fizwick
torchless
also has
myself.
control flames because this could potentially save you later down the line if you had some fire next to you. But if you don't want the free torch, you don't.
I'm gonna play
Gonna
this
be
out.
that guy.
I'm gonna have Nikos not have the fire. Not because he doesn't trust Fizwick, but because he's like he is now curious of the experiment.
Fizwick
Will-
gets out the torch.
Who will the Yetis attack?
3 out of 4 isn't bad, Fizwick. Let's continue forward.
There you go, guys.
But thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
I'm
it's
trying to
gonna die
figure out
now.
how to... dang it. Sorry, guys.
Did you say there's some blood at the entrance of the cave?
Yes, there is blood on the ground by the cave.
Anything else? Any, clothes or just blood?
Just blood, yeah.
Okay.
Can we get a sense of how fresh the blood is? Is it like bright red or?
It is pretty frozen, but yeah. I am going to ask you guys to head over to Owlbear Rodeo if you don't mind, and if you need that link again, let me know and I can send it. But we find ourselves at the mouth of a frozen cave here.
Ooh.
There we go. And I will try to zoom in a little bit here on this portion of our map. Okay. There we go. Yes, so there is blood at the mouth of the cave, and it does appear to be frozen. It's kind of hard to tell how old it is. Let's see. Yeah, the entrance to the cave is, it seems like if you peer inside, it's about 20 feet high. It's got a concave roof, and yeah, there's kind of a big chasm to the left. Yeah, what would you guys like to do?
So with the combination of torches and our night vision, that's all we can see.
Yes. You can see a little bit further in here. You see basically a path off to the right appears to kind of dead end here, and then to the left you can't really see where it goes there.
Do we smell anything?
Or see footprints.
Go ahead and
or-
make a perception check there, Fizwick.
I have superior dark vision, so I can see 120 feet.
Oh man.
Do I see anything else?
No, I mean you can clearly see the dead end right about here.
Yep.
Probably more clearly than the others, and then you can't see where this heads off to the left here.
All right. I'll make my way to like kind of the edge of that corner just to kind of peek.
Fizwick, did you get a perception? Oh, is it 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, you don't smell anything in particular. You smell cold air in your nostrils.
Your nostrils.
Your nostrils.
Uh,
That's the goblin physiology term.
Since it's a frozen cave, are like the walls covered with ice, or is it just rock?
Kind of a combination. Yeah,
Okay.
there's definitely, you can see some rock, but there's a lot of ice covering it, and yeah.
Do we see any tracks or drag marks or anything like that along the floor?
Yeah, go ahead and make a survival check there.
Boy, a 5.
You know, you notice that the ground seems disturbed, but you don't notice any particular tracks. It's packed pretty hard.
I don't
You
know.
don't hear anything.
We could go in there and see what's in there, or we could make a really loud noise and maybe pull it out here and ambush it.
We still don't know what's even in there, Fizwick.
But
It
do
could
we
be
want to
anything.
go in there and have it see us in there, or do we want to deal with it out here?
What are you worried about? You can vanish into the snow. You've got a superior stealth.
Right, but we have element of surprise. Some of you can get on the top of the cave, some of you can get on the side of the cave, and if it comes out, you go, "Ew!"
Do I hear anything, Nate, other than Fizwick?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. All right.
You make another low roll, I'm gonna be angry.
20.
You hear some whimpering. It appears humanoid, kind of crying.
Oh, okay. And can I determine the direction? Is it towards that
Coming from the left.
on the left? Okay.
Mhm.
You relay that information?
Yeah. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? I hear someone whimpering. I hear someone crying, perhaps.
Clay,
Do you?
Yes. We don't hear it, but I would assume we believe you. So this has all been an elaborate scheme for Grekvar to get us into his lair.
Yes.
I'll come down to this.
Clay morphs into the Yeti. Or not Clay.
You're my goat now, Clay.
Please don't mount me.
Okay, good.
Oh my god!
It's so good. I'm sorry.
All right. What you got?
So Clay believes him, and he actually hands his torch to Grekvar and sort of walks towards that left fork
Mhm.
to see what he can see. Like once he gets to the entry point of that fork.
Yeah, and you can see in there that most of the floor has kind of fallen away, forming a deep chasm. There's a rock ledge that goes to the right, and then there is like this sheet of ice kind of covering part of the chasm on the left-hand side, and I'll kind of reveal what you see a little more here.
So like a clear floor, kind of.
Yeah. Sorry, one moment.
Like something rich people would put koi under in their office.
Fizwick
So,
has
yeah.
a number of torches, so he's gonna light another one, and he's gonna stake it down into the ground, and he's gonna tie the goats to it.
So this in front of you here is just a big chasm, and yeah, I guess you'd be able to see all of this if you're kind of stepping into this region here.
I motion for the party to come up behind me.
Yeah. So that's kind of what you see there. There's a big chasm here. There's a wall at the far end of it, right about here. This is a solid wall,
Okay.
and then
The dark ray is like goes down.
yeah, this goes deep down. It looks like you can't really see the bottom. There's a ledge here that provides a path that way, and then there's a sheet of ice that seems to cover part of the chasm right here.
Can we stop and see if we can determine which direction the sound is coming from now that we're in here?
You can't really tell. No. You can't really tell which way.
What do you guys think?
I'm gonna slowly carefully and quietly as I can walk up to so that I'm within speaking distance with Clay. And then I'm going to motion, once I look around a little bit, going to motion for the rest to follow me.
All
Are
right.
we sneaking? I love to sneak. I will sneak with you.
What do you think? What direction do you think it was coming from, Gripar?
I think that Fizwick should sneak across that ice bridge I see over there. I only volunteer you, Fizwick, because I know it's well within your skill set, and I'm far too heavy.
Oh, Fizwick loves sneaking. He will totally do it.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Fizwick
I
rolled a
agree.
19.
Okay, so Fizwick, do you want to sneak across the? So this right here is the sheet of ice, and this right here is the. It's more of a land bridge, stone. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
On the right, you can't see my cursor.
What if we like ball Fizwick up and bowl him across the
Before we do that, Fizwick, here, and I hand him the end of some rope that I'm holding at the other end of. I've tied it off around my waist. Tie this around yourself.
Fizwick grabs it and ties it around his waist and hands Grupbar his torch.
Mm-hmm.
So
Speeds down the
so
path.
as we bowl Fizwick over the ice, can I run at the front with like a broom and just sort of
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, make an athletics check. Gold medal.
He's like down with his foot back, watching it go, yelling across the ice.
All right, so Fizwick heads across the ice here. He's tied up, and let's see how that goes here for you. Yeah, no, you don't notice the ice giving way at all. It seems to be.
Oh, I see why you guys did this now. It's not for my stealth. You tricked me.
All right, guys, come on, let's go.
It seems
Go
pretty
try it
sturdy.
out.
It doesn't seem to be cracking at all, Fizwick.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna do another thing, just as an idea. So remember we got that metal net to catch that polar bear from before. What I'd like to do is I'd like to affix some of the pittance, the little sort of spikes, into the walls at the chain link and create kind of almost like a mesh wall, just kind of alongside or underneath the ice bridge, just sort of dangling down over the ravine.
To the side of it.
Yeah. Just kind of like to the side of it, but like lower, like underneath.
Okay. Yeah, I would say you managed to do so.
Sweet. That's what I'll do. Then head towards the non-sheet of ice bridge.
Okay, so
The
you're going
rocky
to
stone.
the right or up?
To the right. Yeah.
Okay, yep. Okay, very good. So yeah, up ahead here, you do see, Michael, straight ahead of you, some bones on the ground. And there are also some tiny alcoves in the walls, essentially, that have some heads there. You do see what appears to be kind of a dismembered, very large body, perhaps Goliath, and bits of flesh still kind of clinging here and there to bones, but other parts seemingly gnawed. There is also what is clearly a Goliath's head stuck in one of these niches in the stone wall in this chamber here. You also see a dwarven head frozen in a grimace. And there is also, let's see, another dwarf as well. Yes, two dwarves.
Fizwick points up and says,
Hey,
Is there
Nico, you want a snack?
Shut up. Yes. Is there also a tiefling in here or no?
Is there what? A
A
tiefling?
tiefling.
No, you don't see any tiefling heads.
Okay. I'm going to very surreptitiously. How fresh are these heads? Like, if I poke the skin, is it?
Depends which one. Which one are you trying to poke here?
I'll go through the sequence. I'll start with the Goliath, and then the dwarf, and then the.
We're head
Each
poking,
one
guys.
makes a different musical note.
The Goliath and the Goliath seems to be the most fresh.
Cool.
Say
I'll look at the others, and they'll look at me. I feel like after Fizwick's comment, they know what's gonna happen. Yeah, this is not gonna be pretty. Don't look at me. And I'll take the head, and I'll take the head, and I'll separate my jaw, and I'll just.
Like an oyster.
Yeah, it's like an oyster. Oh, lemon and garlic. Oh, just a little bit of bacon. You have definitely piqued my interest of how I should be consuming these things. Here I am eating sashimi when I could be having a whole world of flavor. I then put the head back, kind of, and I'm like, what am I doing? No, I kind of take the head because we need evidence that these guys are dead, right? So I'll take the heads and put them in my backpack.
Big necklace.
A few snacks for later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we a little bit split up now because Nikos is over there and Fizwick? I think he's still across
we gotta
the
get our
ice
tokens
bridge.
here. Sorry.
And then there's two of us.
So yeah, let me put these out here. Sorry guys, forgot about that minor detail. All right, and we need
Fizwick jumps
Fizwick.
up and down and says, "Strong bridge, you guys! Strong bridge!" And he's like jumping up and down.
I'm gonna put myself here just so that I'm connected to Fizwick.
Okay. Yep.
Play motion. Play
Did
motion.
Fizwick get across the bridge?
Well, I don't know, Fizwick. I mean, you could. Did you want to get across here?
Yeah, he wanted to stealthily sneak across and just kind of see.
Yeah. So up here, you can see some. You can glance some movement, but hard to tell exactly what. We'll just say that.
He kind of uses his stone. He pulls out that stone he gave to Nikos.
Mm-hmm.
He tells Nikos, "Hey Nikos, I saw something move. I don't know what it is. But there's something up here."
Okay, what do you see?
I don't know. It's moving, but it's something.
Can you describe it to us?
Can I see any better? Like what's going on? Like I've noticed something. Can I?
Yeah, I mean, you see that there's a ledge that drops off, but you can't see anything else from where you are right now. And if you want to move further ahead, you absolutely could.
No, I can't see anything, Negros, but there's something up here.
All right. See if you can get closer.
So Fizwick wants to try to go ahead and sneak up a little bit closer, just a little bit. See if he can get a better view.
Okay. Here, Ryan, I'm gonna give you the ID for the Owlbear Rodeo here. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but that's the ID. So if you go to Owlbear Rodeo, maybe you could just put that in.
Right, that's where I am. Owlbear.rodeo/game/that number.
Oh, I don't know what's going on then. Why it would be prompting you for a password? Let me check
Yeah,
one
mine's
more
getting
thing
that
here.
too.
Huh. Strange.
Nikos, I think it's a Yeti. I think it's a Yeti.
I think
don't
we'll
know.
just have to do without it, guys. I'll zoom in here so you can see it a little better on my screen. You can pin my screen for sure.
I can see it.
See, I'm talking like this too much.
Very well. Okay. Listen very carefully. I shall say this only once. See if you can get it to chase you over the ice fall where the bridge was. Then, underneath the bridge, I have put a net. Leap for the net and grab onto it so you don't fall into the ravine. The Yeti is big and might fall to its death.
Okay.
So Fizwick kind of like runs up a little bit.
So we can't hear any of this, right?
Nope. This is a one-on-one between you and
Fizwick
him.
running like crazy.
And yeah, exactly.
So-
You just see me take off towards the. I'm gonna try to get closer to the thing and make a commotion.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, big stinky Yeti!
So you manage to get up here, and what you see is indeed a Yeti that should be a lot bigger. Sitting in the corner, it is sitting in the corner right up here. Let me move the screen a little bit, sorry. There we go. It is sitting in the corner right up there. It looks like it's kind of dozing.
How far away is it?
And there is a smaller Yeti, very small actually, that is apparently just batting around a halfling that is curled up in the fetal position as the halfling is kind of crying and it's just kind of kicking it, batting it around, and seemingly having a lot of fun right now as a bigger Yeti against the wall of the cave.
I take that back. Fizwick wants to draw his bow and shoot at that small Yeti messing with the halfling. Because he looks like he's got far enough that he could like really upset something and still run back across.
Okay.
And then he wants to. Can I shoot and dash as my bonus action?
So first, I'm going to need you to make an attack roll. I mean, sorry, a stealth roll. To see if you are unnoticed, and then let's go ahead and have everyone roll initiative. Now, one point of clarification: is Fizwick still tied to a rope?
No,
Okay.
no, because I don't
So,
think we've got long enough rope to go
did
across.
you-
Well, the rope's
Well,
the
it's
rope's
50
the rope's 50 feet, so you still could be attached to it right now.
Okay, if I'm as long enough, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So Grukvar, you've just been kind of feeding it out
Mhm.
as he goes further and further. Yep, that's fair. Okay, and then Clay is right there, and
Technically, do we even did Grukvar and I even know that anything is happening?
you don't.
Like, we're just,
No,
No,
right?
not at this point. Yep.
So
Rolled
you guys
a
are off
19,
still in the
so-
Gruffalo. And
you know, thinking ahead for next time, I should think of some sort of coded system of tugs on a rope. This is a little meta. It's just me playing it next time. This is not Grukvar.
Also, I'm still telepathically connected to Grukvar.
Okay.
Ooh, good.
if
Okay.
only somebody had little things that we could hold and let us talk to each other.
I have one.
Yeah, there's two of those they've been using, but
Yeah.
not enough for everybody.
Fizwick rolled a 19 on his stealth check.
Okay, excellent. So Fizwick, you don't get the feeling that you're noticed at all as you draw back your bow. And now let's go ahead and roll initiative, and basically everyone roll initiative, but yeah, pretty much it's just Fizwick and, for now, possibly the Yeti.
9 for Grukvar.
Boom, 20, y'all.
Dang.
The dice are swinging. I roll low, I'll gain. Anyway.
19.
19. All right, so that is Nikos and
I got a 19 as well.
9. Okay.
Sorry, 18.
Okay. Clay, and then, Alex, what did you get?
9.
9, okay. So, and then, yeah, the Yeti. Okay. Got it. All right, Fizwick, did you still want to fire an arrow at this small Yeti?
Absolutely. I don't. Fizwick knows that this isn't going to go down right without a fight. So, yeah, absolutely. He knows.
Okay.
He knows.
Yeah. So, you go ahead and make an attack roll, and I'm going to give you advantage on this attack roll as you are hidden right now, unseen.
15.
Okay, that is going to be a hit, and go ahead and roll your damage.
9.
All right, 9 damage.
Oh, that was a good
Your arrow flies and pierces this small Yeti's chest as it falls back. Dead.
Whoa!
and it gurgles as its mother.
Oh,
We
look!
lost somebody.
I did so good. It messed up the camera.
We lost
Yeah.
Ryan.
I crit so hard.
There we go.
He's back.
Ryan's back.
There he is.
Sweet.
Did you guys win yet?
So Ryan, let me tell you what happened. Fizwick looses his arrow, and it pierces the small Yeti's chest, and it falls back, gurgling blood, and lays still. And the massive roar that you just heard from its mother as it is awakened by the gurgling of its young. And
Fizwick wants to use his bonus action to dash back down the path there.
okay.
I'm assuming the two of us way back in the back definitely heard that roar.
Yes, everyone has heard the roar of this Yeti. Yes. All right, it is on, ladies and gentlemen. This one right here is out of the picture. This Yeti tyke. I don't know if it would have changed your mind if I had called it a Yeti tyke earlier. But
For some reason, that very
Cute little
lifelike
tag.
dwarf as Fisher Price stands out.
yes. All right, the halfling skitters against the wall into this little alcove here, shivering. And now, yes, you can go ahead and use your action. Well, I guess it's your move, Fizwick, to 1, 2, 3, 4. What is your speed? 25 feet?
My speed is 30.
We all have, guys, we all have disadvantage. Or, I mean, speed halved. So,
Not me.
15 then.
Not me.
15.
oh,
right?
Right, not Clay. So 1, 2, 3. There we go.
Hard.
Okay. Now, I believe you could use your cunning action to dash as a bonus action further. So you want to do that, Fizwick?
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. There we go. You are on the ice bridge. All right, next up we have. I wrote down initiative somewhere. There we go. It is Nikos' turn.
All right, so I know what the plan was, so I'm going to try and remain as quiet as possible. I want to see if I can get eyes on the halfling.
Okay. Yeah. So do you want to move up, Nikos?
Yeah, so I'll move to kind of here. I mean, I don't know where the halfling is, so I'm just kind of peeking around that corner. I know that well, can I see that the Yeti's like looking where Fizwick?
Yes, it is definitely looking that way and roaring. Yep.
Okay, I'll you know, sort of very I'll telepathically connect to Grokvar and say, Fizwick's being chased by the Yeti. Have both you and Clay be ready. Hopefully the ice will collapse, but if it doesn't, you guys will need to pick him up.
Can I relay that to Clay, or just do I need to wait till my turn?
No, you can relay that to him. Yeah.
Okay. I tell Clay that the Yeti's chasing Fizwick.
All right. Very good.
And that's all I'll do in my turn. I'll maybe ready an action to move in to where to the place when the Yeti moves out.
Okay. Yep. Excellent. All right. We have Clay up next.
Okay, so
So the Yeti, you can hear it roaring, and Nikos has just told you, or I guess Grokvar has just told you to kind of be ready. The Yeti might be coming this way following Fizwick.
okay, so I guess I'm going to take a position. Well, my speed is 15 then, so can I make it over to where Nikos is, or is that too far?
Yeah, you could definitely make it. To where Nikos is? No.
Okay, then I'm gonna take a couple steps to the side and stand sort of behind and above Grokvar,
Okay.
and sort of watch as Fizwick comes across the ice.
Yep, right about there. Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, excellent. Do you want to like ready an action or anything?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna have my axes out, ready to deal with whatever comes by. But
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
if
don't
anything gets in melee range, you'll attack, but otherwise, no, right?
Sure, yeah,
Okay.
that's fair.
Very good. All right. Next up, we have Grukvar.
I'm going to ready Sacred Flame so that when I have visual contact on the Yeti and he's standing on the ice bridge, that's when I cast it on him.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
And until then, I just stay put. And I also say to Fizwick where he's at, should I untie you? Should I untie from you, from this rope?
No! Why would you do that?
Fizwick is running towards you going, no!
I hear you loud and clear. Fine. And that's all I'm going to do for my turn.
Okay, very good. All right. It is the Yeti's turn. Let's see what a Yeti's speed is. Looks like 40 feet. Okay. 1,
Jesus.
2, 3, 4,
Run, Fizwick!
5, 6, 7.
We've made
8.
better plans.
Whoa!
Yeti is faster than you, and it's not
remember that-
exhausted.
Do you remember that scene from the first Avengers movie when the Hulk's like rampaging through the helicarrier and stuff with its shoulders like crashing through stuff? That's what I'm imagining is happening with this Yeti, like just barreling after poor
Chunks of
Fizwick.
ice just falling off the walls as it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you definitely see some ice kind of flying after you. You can't see the Yeti yet, but you see some ice just kind of clattering to the ground behind you, Fizwick. And all right, that
Does my ready action go off?
but the Yeti can dash.
Whoa!
Oh, we forgot that minor detail. Did I do that right, guys? Is my math right here? It was right here. So
You
1,
said 40. You said 40
3,
feet
4,
of distance, right?
5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 squares.
So
5
16. It can move 16 squares if it's dashing.
Yeah, okay. So it moves up here to Fizwick, but it cannot attack yet. All right. Whew.
Is he on the ice?
I'm gonna say he has 1 foot on the ice. If you look at that
Okay,
square
I'm
there,
gonna hold off.
it's a half and halfer. All right.
Does my ready action go off to go into the room?
So yeah, actually that's correct. So you can now move another 15 feet.
Yep, cool. I'll move to here, and if I can see the halfling.
Yeah, you can see it
I'm-
just shivering in the corner here. Yep.
Come with me if you want to live.
I love it. He follows you. This little halfling kind of clatters up behind you. It looks bloodied, definitely bruised very badly. All right. Come with me if you want to live.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Perfect. All right. Next up, we have got Fizwick. You're up.
Fizwick has been running so hard, his sphincter is almost broken. He's so trembling, scared from this Yeti behind him. Huge, giant. I mean, Fizwick's like, what, like 2 feet tall? And this thing is, what, how many feet tall? It's huge.
Yeah, it
Fizwick,
is probably a good 15 feet tall or something.
he flips around and he says, "Embers and heat, devour the meat!" And as he does that, he casts bonfire right in front of the Yeti.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. So it's basically between you and the Yeti on the ground.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So I imagine you're just kind of, as you're running, you're like casting it right behind you, sort of thing.
Yeah, he jumps even and does it in midair.
Yeah. Nice. All right.
It's not like a fear fart that you just like.
And then, do you want to move as well, Fizwick?
Yeah, I would take my bonus action to jump back just a little bit closer to my homies back here.
Okay, so you can use disengage as a bonus action, and then you can move 1, 2, and I guess you're small, so you could move through that space technically there.
Yep, and let's not forget,
Fizwick, get off the ice!
Fizwick jumps back towards Gruckfar. Casts his spell. Embers in heat. Fire the meat.
Yep. So the Yeti is definitely surprised by this fire and kind of, skids a little bit as it is running. All right, next up we've got, oh boy, who's next? Clay. No, I'm sorry, Nikos is next.
All right, so taking hold of the halfling's hand, I'm gonna try and guide it 15 foot back in the direction towards the others.
1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Yep. And then I'm going to just use my second action to move again if I can.
Yep, absolutely. I'll say you can get right here and here.
Yep.
All right.
I'll then tell it to sort of hold here while we wait for the Yeti.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. The Yeti. Nope, it's not its turn. It is Clay's turn.
Okay. Is Fizwick on solid ground?
Fizwick is now on solid ground. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to use Shape Water or Call to the Wave or whatever it's called. And I'm actually going to remove like a 5-foot block of ice from in front of the Yeti. Just like cut it out and lift it and melt it or whatever. Just get rid of it.
Yeah, I imagine it just kind of goes flying into the chasm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm gonna just put this right here where there is now this hole in the ice. Okay.
And then can I use I guess it's movement or an action or something, but can I use it to like do the stop short seatbelt thing and put my arm out and like push everybody back a few feet?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Yep. So yeah, I mean, I imagine just everyone kind of scoots back just a tiny bit there as you just kind of go like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we've got Gruckfar.
Okay. I am going to cast Bane on the Yeti. So that's so he's got to make a charisma saving throw, and if he fails, then for the next minute, whenever he has to roll a d4 and subtract the number from an attack roll or saving throw for the next minute.
Okay. Yeah. Well, good thing Yetis are so charismatic.
I'm hoping he's not.
He rolled
Listen,
a 4.
fellas,
and,
I was having a good nap.
and that's a -2, so he gets a 2. 4
Okay,
-2.
well, 13 was the number he had to beat.
So he subtracts a d4 from any attack rolls and saving throws?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, okay. All right. Next up, we have... Oh, anything else you'd like to do there, Gruckfar?
I am going to step back even further still.
Okay.
And then keep my eye on him so I know when it's Sacred Flame time.
Yep. All right. Very good. Now we have the Yeti's turn. The Yeti has a hole in front of it, and it is wanting to get to you very badly. And there's a fire blazing in front of it.
Yeah.
So it is going to try to make an intelligence check to see if it would actually jump. Natural 1. Ladies and gentlemen. I am not lying to you right now.
Hell yeah!
The Yeti is going to leap over the flames, and I'm really disappointed this Yeti didn't give more of a fight. But smash, crash, crackle, ice starts flying out and tumbling down as the Yeti plummets into the chasm, and you can hear its howl as it is, and you hear this kind of screeching noise of its claws just dragging down the chasm wall. And and it is caught in a net.
Oh!
Yep. And so it's just kind of tossing and and trying to get free from this net. All right, that is the Yeti's turn. Fizwick, you're up.
Fizwick has a flask of oil that he's gonna throw at this Yeti and pop it right on its face.
All right, yeah, you managed to easily just kind of toss this thing and just oil all over it.
Can my Sacred Flame take part in this?
Oh, sorry. Just real quick, like world lore question.
Yes.
How much is, say, a well-preserved Yeti worth in terms of value for like taxidermy and trophy hunting and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? Just saying, because I mean, if we set this thing on fire, obviously we're gonna lower its exact value. But if we bring like a caught, not necessarily live, but a caught deceased.
We could for sure ride it down the mountain. That could grab it by the horns and it's like,
yeah. Because Nikos is all about the money, you know. And I'm pretty sure we could get like if we can get like a full blown Yeti.
Sidebar. How far down is it in this net? Like, is it like 10 feet down,
so,
or?
The net is 40 foot. Oh, sorry. It covers the wall 40 foot down.
So he basically got snagged in it. It didn't like catch him, but he got like.
It's entangled. Basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if we shoot it with like
kind of hanging
arrows
by
and,
a leg or something.
Okay.
Yeah, if we shoot it with arrows and stuff like that, then we can like drag it up and it'll be pretty well preserved.
I imagine Yeti fur has got to be worth something. I mean, maybe
Yeah,
for all I know, you can make armor out of it. I don't know.
Fizwick just wants to remind you what happened when he tossed Clay a potion that helped him with animals, and he didn't use it, and it screwed everything up.
Look,
I think we should kill the Yeti. We have plenty of money. I just threw a giant thing of oil on it. We can light it on fire and kill it, and you want to...
You hold your tongue. We never have plenty of money. We always have 1 gold less than we need.
Fizwick has said what he wants, and he is not for preserving the Yeti.
No, kill the Yeti. Just don't burn it.
Nikos, are you talking? Are you telepathically talking to me?
I'll talk to the sending stone because I can see Fizwick's thing. At the same time, I'll also send Grokvar a thing. Basically, I'm only not talking to Clay. Clay is in the...
Fizwick's next move
yeah,
is to start an arrow on fire.
Yeah, all I will do is I will say that, hey, we might want to take this thing dead but intact. If we set its fur on fire, it'll be worth less at market. But if we can, keep it reasonably together and in good condition, we can sell its body back at town for a lot of money. That's all.
Can Fizwick cast Control Flame right now?
Nope, you've already used your action.
Well, he's going to next turn.
Okay. All right. Next up, we have anything else? Do you want to move at all, Fizwick?
Nope.
All right.
Oh, wait. Where am I? Where's the Yeti?
The Yeti has fallen below where the ice
I'm
bridge is
good.
now.
I'm good. No, I'm good.
All right. Oh wait, what is this? Oh, that's the hole in the ice. Okay, yeah. I was like, what did I do there? All right. The ice is totally gone now, by the way. All right, so we'll just get rid of that. The next turn belongs to Nikos.
Okay. So I'm going to move 15 foot up. Again with the person behind me.
All right.
I am then going to use. Just check this real quick. I'm going to use Tasha's Caustic Brew again, but change the damage from acid to thundering.
Okay.
So I will burn a sorcery point to do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it fires a 30-foot line, which I will aim down and towards it. It must make a dexterity saving throw. If it fails, it just takes 2d4 thundering damage each round.
Okay.
For a minute.
So, wisdom saving throw, you said?
Dexterity saving throw.
Oh, dexterity, okay. All right.
Which, if it's in the net, should be at disadvantage, I think.
Yes, I believe.
And it also has Bane cast on it, so you subtract a d4 from that.
Man. Well, I got a 13 and a natural 20, but we're going to go with the 13 and subtract, let's see, well, what do we have to add first? 13, dexterity, plus 1 is 14, 10, so yeah, probably not.
No. Nope.
Okay.
All right, so it'll take 2d4 damage around for a minute.
Okay. 2d4 damage. You can go ahead and roll that for this round, or no?
That is 6 points of damage.
Okay.
At the start of each of its turns.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
Then let's go to Clay.
How is this Yeti hanging?
It is like caught by a
Upright or-
leg in
Okay.
the net, and maybe like part of its arm too, or something.
So it's like head down or sideways or something?
Yeah, it's basically almost upside down.
Can I reach it?
No, you can't reach it. It's 40 feet down.
If it was to fall anyways and we killed it, would we even be able to salvage it?
We wouldn't. It's got to weigh like 1,000 pounds.
Can we see to the bottom of that ravine?
I would say you could see, well, at least Nikos probably could. How far is dark vision? 60 feet?
It's normally 60, but mine's 120.
Yeah, so Nikos, you could see that it's about 80 feet deep in this chasm. So it's about halfway down.
Yeah, it's
So-
a pretty deep fall.
Okay, so I'm gonna. Can I see where Nikos put the pittons in the wall to hold the net?
Yeah, you probably could. Oh, wait, were these in the ice? Or were they in the stone?
Yeah, well, these would be in the stone.
Okay. Yeah, you can probably see where that is. Yep.
Can I reach it? I would have
Sure.
to be able to reach
Sure.
it if you put it there. Okay, I'm gonna swing my axe at one of them to knock it out of the wall.
Okay. Yeah, just go ahead and make maybe an athletics check. I'll give you advantage. Just to see if you can reach and maneuver in such a way.
Athletics.
Yep.
With advantage. 15.
All right, yeah, you managed to knock one of these loose. Well, probably both of them if you take a big swing. And the Yeti does fall. Let's see how that goes for it. All right.
What
It
is
howls-
that? Is that like a d6 per every 10 feet or something?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. It is hurt. All right. Next up, we've got. Oh, anything else you'd like to do there, Clay?
There's no ice bridge.
Just the chasm now.
Okay. No, I don't think so. I'm just gonna stand there, kind of snarling at it as I see it go down.
All right. Yep. All right. Yeah, it lets out a howl like you guys wouldn't believe as it, and you hear this boom, thud. All right. It is Grukvar's turn.
Okay. I am going to move right up to the edge of the ravine, and I lift my holy symbol high, and I cast Guiding Bolt.
Can
Don't
you
worry,
see
it's
the bottom
light,
of the?
not fire. It's light, not fire.
Well, can you see the bottom of the ravine?
Yeah, I have 120 feet of dark vision.
Okay,
And
so
I-
right.
And,
So
I,
I thought
and I have
120
120
halfway.
range on this attack.
Okay.
All right. Make it happen. Guiding bolt.
14.
Good question. That is a hit.
Ooh,
Nice.
And roll your damage.
that's 20 points of damage. And also the Yeti is now lit up, like he's glowing.
Yeah.
And so the next attack on him has advantage.
Okay. All right.
Did I just get set up?
It is the Yeti's turn. The Yeti is against the side of the chasm here at the bottom, pounding howling rage. And it is going to knock a whole bunch of rubble loose, and that is going to tunnel down on the Yeti, pummeling him for 7 more damage.
Stupid Yeti.
All right. And now it is Fizwick's turn.
Fizwick is laughing in tears at what has just happened with the stupid Yeti.
Stupid Yeti.
And Fizwick wants to... He's more worried about his friends than he is money. He thinks back to the moment where he made the snowman with all of his friends and money. And he casts Conjure bonfire on this Yeti, lighting him up in flames, hopefully.
Yep, you do. And you hear the... well, what's the range on that, I guess?
60 feet.
Okay. Ooh. I don't know. What do you guys think? Would the bonfire just fall further down?
I think it has to have a target, right? Like something solid.
He
to
is
land on.
covered in oil, though, just so we all put that out there.
But
Yeah.
he is
Yeah, but he's like 95
80 feet down.
80 feet down, so your target has to be 60 feet away.
I didn't know he was that far away that it wouldn't work.
Yeah. Would you like to try something else?
You can like put the bonfire on the ledge and then just shove it over.
Can he light one of his arrows on someone else's torch?
For a second there, I thought Fizwick was going to light one of us.
Yeah.
Can I light one of my friends on fire?
I would say you could
Fire,
absolutely...
fire.
I would say you could absolutely light a... Yeah, you could easily light an arrow. Maybe douse it in a little bit of oil. And...
Fizwick's doing that and taking the
cool, cool.
shot.
Okay, go ahead and take your shot with your arrow.
Wouldn't it just be easier to throw the torch down?
Maybe.
This is cooler.
Yeah, way cooler, dude.
Cool point. Hey, I'm not going to argue with somebody with a Ninja Turtles shirt on.
16.
That is a hit. The Yeti, you don't see much. You just see this kind of like this burst of flame as your arrow seems to have hit his target, and slam and stillness. The Yeti is dead. It had about 3 hit points left. So whatever you rolled for damage, it would be dead. All right. There is a Yeti at the bottom of an 80-foot chasm. Some fire still burning a little bit. And this halfling that has been following Nikos falls to its knees. Thank gods, thank the gods, it's over. Oh. We need to get out of here. We need to get out of here quick. And kind of motions toward the exit.
Why are we in such a hurry, friend? The Yeti is dead.
There's another one. There's another one somewhere. There were 2 adults.
Where's your tiefling companion?
I don't know. Asterix, I don't know. We all spread out as soon as the Yeti attacked.
Fizwick wants to see if he can hear anything else in the cavern.
Can I insight check him too? Not
Sure.
Fizwick.
Yep. Fizwick, go ahead and make perception, and Ryan, you go ahead and make insight.
7.
14.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you get the feeling that he's being very genuine. Fizwick, you don't really hear or see anything else, but Clay, you get the feeling he's being very genuine. Just freaked out.
Can I look around really quick and see if there's anything worth sticking around for? Like something we didn't see.
Can I specifically investigate the bodies that are frozen in the wall?
Yeah. Actually, you do find a great axe that's near some of the body parts of the Goliath. And let's see if there's anything else here. There's a mess kit, an explorer's pack, and some basically some furs.
Fizwick runs over to the giant axe and goes, "Look, Clay, look!" And he's trying to like lift it up. And he can't move it. It's like Captain America trying to move like Molinger.
Mjolnir. I'm picturing it. You like get it up, but then the weight like pulls you. That's great. I walk over to Fizwick and I grab the great axe and I just hold it. But I would also like to take some of the furs if no one is objecting.
I'll split them with you.
What kind of furs are they? Can we tell?
They appear to be like probably some black bear fur and some
like they were stripped off of an animal, or like they were
like someone wore them, or something like that. Yeah, like a cloak perhaps, probably like a wolf pelt. Anything else you guys would like to do in the cave here?
Nikos will sort of take the halfling and begin to leave. But as he does, he's going to grab his net, just kind of looking down at the ravine at the body of the Yeti. Sort of clicks his tongue together, like as he then makes his way out. Nikos is all about the money, and we weren't even paid to come get the guy that we came up to get. Now we've got these guys, and it's like it's a lot of day burnt under the sunlight. Would have been nice to get the Yeti. But,
Nikos, would you like a
I'm thinking about
concessionary fur?
What? No, don't want your filthy wet fur from a dead Goliath. I wanted a taxidermy Yeti. Or actually, how does the head look? Pierre.
The head is probably the only part that's really burnt because that's where
Damn it.
That's where the oil splashed.
Kick some snow into the ravine and I leave.
You could mount a Yeti foot to the wall. Pretty cool.
Does anybody have a grappling hook? Does anybody have a grappling hook? Is that part of like an explorer's kit?
We could manage
I
to
don't think
lower
it's part of an
somebody.
explorer's kit. It's part of a climber's.
It's fine. It's
Okay.
fine. It's fine. I
Okay.
didn't come here to hunt a Yeti either. That's the thing. It was just a very nice. It was like it's like when you're out fishing, right, and you're packing up your reel, and then a fish jumps onto the deck, and you're like, oh shit, yeah, okay, cool, I've got dinner for tonight. It was kind of like that moment, and like, it was for him like
Probably would have had dinner for weeks.
Well, yeah, the
thing.
equivalent here is Nikos feeling that sense of damn, what a rough day. Didn't catch any fish today. Fish jumps onto the thing, and Fizwick sets it on fire in front of him, and he's just like. Son of a bitch! All right, fuck it. I didn't come here to I didn't catch any fish anyway. Regardless of that, I'm leaving. I'm going. Come with me, you stupid halfling. You better be fucking rich.
I don't
Sorry,
think
you
that
better be
Clay.
rich.
I also don't think that Clay ever knew that you were trying to preserve the Yeti fur. Do you know what I mean?
No, Clay didn't. No.
Yeah.
Clay
So
didn't.
he also kind of helped to send it down there farther out of
Yeah,
reach.
that's what
he
happens
did.
when you don't share your information with the rest
I
of
can
the
only
party.
talk to two people at once.
I don't think Fizwick was told to save it either. I don't think he was specifically told, like, hey,
No.
Fizwick, don't fucking burn the Yeti.
Mhm.
No. Nikos and Michael neither are annoyed at this fact. It's just it was just disappointing.
It would have been cool. It would have been really cool if the rest of the game you could walk around with a hat that's made out of a Yeti head.
Oh, that would have been cool. That'd be cool.
All right, guys. So, anything else?
Wait
you
a
wanna do
second.
In the cave here?
What about the Yeti tyke?
The Yeti tyke.
Oh yes.
Okay, so I gotta be honest with you guys. I gotta pee really bad, so I'm gonna go
Okay.
do that real quick while you guys finish up your discussion.
Okay.
Because I don't want to have to cut this
All
short
right.
just because of that.
Okay. So yes, you can. I mean, I imagine
Also, Nikos, you could carry a Yeti tyke. I imagine we would have a hard time getting that Yeti carcass out of there.
Fizwick,
Hold on. He
walks
just said
over
there's
to the
another Yeti out there somewhere, and you want to carry his dead baby on your shoulders down
Yes.
the mountain?
Yes.
Okay.
Fizwick's holding the baby. Look,
Let's
we've got both of
quickly
its arms.
gut it. Let's quickly
Well,
gut it. And
hold
then
on.
Fizwick, wear the skin. And
Fizwick's
he'll
holding it
pretend
up.
to be
Hold
a
on,
baby.
hold on.
You really got this
Hold
thing?
on. Before we decide to desecrate and piss everything off here. Step number 1: do we actually want to hunt a Yeti? Because, like I said, the only reason why I was interested in that one was because it very conveniently put itself in a position where we could capture it.
Mm.
Hunting a Yeti is completely different to saving a halfling. Those were two
man.
different objectives.
We got a
Well-
dead kid here and its dead spouse. I think it's going to be hunting us.
Well, the other thing is if people keep coming up this mountain, this Yeti is going to be even more pissed off than it was. You know, like it's even more of a danger probably now to people coming up the mountain.
Yeah,
And-
wouldn't that concern Clay?
And that's our fault.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no, that's a valid point.
All right, guys.
But if the Yeti, if the remaining Yeti is super angry and is attacking people and being in massive danger, then maybe someone will pay some valiant adventurers to go and kill it. Why deny ourselves a chance or an opportunity to be paid to do what to do this job? Why do it freely?
How many people have to die before you get a gold coin in your pocket?
It depends. I mean, all things considered. I mean, more is better. If 10 people, if I mean, it's also the quality. I mean, if a busload of school children get killed versus 10 full-grown adults, yeah, prices vary.
Fizwick's just standing there staring at like this conversation.
Grugvar has gone into the main, is investigating the main lair. Is there anything in there other than the dead Yeti type?
No, there's just some debris and some more bones. Yeah, nothing really. I mean, these are wild beasts. They're not.
Roughly how big is a Yeti type? Can you let me know roughly how big it is?
Yeah, I was actually just trying to look that up. But I imagine it's probably about Grugvar's size.
Really?
Clay kind of dismisses Nikos and walks to the entrance of this cave and starts to sort of scan the horizon or scan whatever he can see just to make sure nothing is coming our way.
Can I I want to field dress this Yeti tyke.
Oh my god.
So what does that mean?
Can I do like a survival check or something?
He's
to see if I
gonna
can
cut him up.
successfully
That's
do
what
that?
it means.
Got
He
him
wants to
in-
Cut it up for me.
Oh, okay. Sorry, when you said dress, I thought he meant dress wounds, and I was like,
No.
Nicholas looks at Grugvar and says, "He's dead, mate.
You
gone.
just see me trying to heal him.
Breathe, damn it."
Okay.
Grugvar
All right,
puts the
I'm going to do a
fancy dress on
survival
and-
check, and I roll 12. I don't know how difficult it will be for me to field dress.
Yeah, I would say you
Okay.
could do that if you feel like your character has some experience with that sort of thing. The Yeti, it says here, it's about 3.5 feet tall, so
Okay.
not real big.
No, but it's not too far away from my size. I think maybe I'm going to have the Yeti hat.
Yeah. All right. So are you
Okay.
going for the fur? Is that what you're?
Yeah,
skinning it,
the
basically?
fur, the fur in the head.
Okay.
This is
Fur in
I'm
the
just
head.
I don't know exactly how this would work, but it's just sort of how I imagine. Like if you're hunting deer, you basically remove the
Yeah.
core of the body, and yeah.
So we'll say you have some kind of burlap sack, that you managed to shove this stuff into.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you guys would like to do here?
There's something I'd like to know, and I feel like I should have asked this earlier on. How sentient are Yetis supposed to be?
Well, they're they're a monstrosity, so they're not, they're probably a little more intelligent than an animal, if that's what you mean. But
Okay, so I mean, like, for example, I don't know, gutting and killing a Yeti. I mean, is it the same as like cutting and killing a troll, for example, or an ogre, or a giant, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera?
I just looked them up, and they speak their own language.
yeah, I would say it probably is about as much as like an ogre or troll.
Okay. All
Maybe
right,
less
cool.
than
I just
ogre,
wanted to
yeah.
know the implications of Grugvar gutting out a baby. Carry on.
Yeah. Just for curiosity's sake, yeah.
Yeah, just curiosity's sake, I just like to weigh the morality of Grugvar's decisions upon the world.
Action will affect your psyche for years to come.
All right.
You've started.
I
down a
might
dark
not have
road,
thought
my
that
friend.
through. That might have been a kind of a passionate spur of the moment thing, like when I shot that retreating goblin, or I tried to.
You cover the cave in saran wrap like in Dexter.
The the fur. No one needs to know the age. It's Yeti fur.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give him a little square of it.
All right. So, anything else you guys would like to do here?
Do I see anything outside?
Scanning the horizon, the wind is blowing and the snow is picking up, so visibility is a little bit tough here.
Or hear
But-
anything on the wind?
Yeah, you managed to see, just walking out of the snow about 30 feet in front of you, a large Yeti with a dead mountain goat tucked under its arm.
Ah,
He has really been skipping leg day.
And that is where we're going to end the session.
Cody, no!
Oh,
All right.
We end the session with Clay going, "Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap!"
I don't try to do a cliffhanger every time, but sometimes I like them. If every other session is a crazy cliffhanger, I'm okay with that.
What if, like, next episode, it starts with the Yeti just going, "Oh, thank you for getting rid of her. I couldn't ditch her to save my life. You wouldn't believe how bad she nags."
Oh man. All right. So, wow. Thank you guys so much for being awesome players. And yeah, I mean, there was just so much creative thinking and cool role playing in that session. So, yeah, that was cool. That was better than I could even dream. Anything you guys would like to say before we sign off here?
No, good game. Well,
Yeah, no, fantastic game.
Well,
Thanks,
good.
So
Nate.
much fun.
Good. Thank you to Michael for running the sound. That is the stuff he's using is from Sirenscape. So shout out to Sirenscape 2 for the awesome D&D and Pathfinder and other game sound packages they have. This one's specific to Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden. So good stuff. That really added to the experience, I thought, a lot this time. So thanks, Michael.
Great job, man. Great job, Michael.
And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. You guys are awesome. Thanks for sticking with us here. And we're going to be playing again on December 28 at 8 p.m. EST. So plan on that. Mark your calendars. And we look forward to facing off against this Yeti, or perhaps sitting down to tea to hear about how awful his wife was.
Take my wife, please.
Over some roast goat meat, you know. All right. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Oh, yeah, make sure to check out Hero Forge once again. There's a link in the video description. Thanks so much to Hero Forge for sponsoring these videos. And check out Dead Aussie Gamer and Dark Sea Workshop, not Dead Sea. Dark Sea Workshop as well. Down in the video description, there are links to those. Peace out.